Whether you're actively looking for some inspiration for your fall themed island or you're just looking for some company as you go about your day, this cozy long play might just be the thing. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to try a little bit of a new format because a few weeks ago I posted a Google form asking for island tour submissions for your finished Animal Crossing islands. And I actually did get a bunch of entries, so first of all, thank you so much if you sent in your island. For anyone still interested, the form will also be linked down below. And then my plan is essentially to group them together according to theme and tour them in a long play format. So it's not just one island that we're looking at, but multiple islands that all have sort of similar themes. And I thought fall themed islands would make the perfect start because that season always feels a little bit nostalgic to me in Animal Crossing. And so today I would like to take a look at 6 different beautiful fall themed islands with you. The DAs as well as the credits, as long as there is something for me to share, will be on the screen, but all the information as well as any further information like codes, etc. will also be in the description box, of course. Now, the first island we'll be looking at today is called Ambrosia by Jennifer. And it does look like we are basically right around the maple leaf season, and I already can see I like the flag. So I'm a little bit out of practice with doing island tours, but I will do my best. And I am also touring on my Switch 2 today, so hopefully we're not going to have any lag whatsoever. Oh yes, okay, this will be absolutely beautiful. All right, let's go look at the map first. So Jenny lives right by the airport and we're not very far away from it either. I actually have to just like walk straight down, sort of. And then we have Melva and Elvis, Callie, Ozzy, Molly. We have Vic, Eric, Deirdre, Olive, and Blair. Some definite cuties. I have to say I don't see Vic and Elvis a lot, but I really like the color palette going on. It's like very cottagecore fall-like. I really like this. I also feel like I'm spying a land bridge just behind the resident services, and there are a bunch of inclines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The maximum amount of inclines. Okay, and bridges 2, 4, 6, 7. All right. Now, Jennifer said that this is a fall/fall festival island, and all the beaches and interiors are also decorated. So in case any of you visit this island, wow. Yeah, make sure that you visit like everything pretty much. And we do have some presents here. So I'm assuming there's going to be an outfit change. So I will see you right after that. So I have a little bit more of an appropriate outfit on. I did a mix and match with my own downloaded custom design. I hope that's all right. And then we're starting off with a beautiful fall themed flag right here, blue airport. But I feel like the airport color doesn't matter much. I feel like I don't pay much attention to it. And then let us take a look at this beautiful entrance. So I can already see this will be a very detailed island. Like I think this has cottagecore vibes, I want to say. It feels like the mixture of different fences kind of helped that vibe for me. And then also the pathways seem to be very small and detailed and kind of sequestered away behind trees sometimes. I'm very excited to explore that. And Jenny lives right here by the entrance. How beautiful. I absolutely love when people include houses right here. Like just imagine you're actually visiting them and you're entering to this. Just seeing the house right there. That's beautiful. We have a little bug catching moment right here. And then it looks like you can actually use the gazebo and go into the different directions. Okay, wow. I'm getting carried away here, just wanting to explore immediately. But I think we should probably actually see what's inside first, right? Let's go ahead and do that. Oh my God. I'm a sucker for a good interior moment where stuff is blocked off. I love this. This has like a hallway vibe. Also, this is peak cozy lighting with the candles and the 2 different like indirect light sources. And then I did also spy that she put a wooden music box right behind the wall. So you get a little bit of a nice, yeah, like ambient sound, I think. And then let's go see what's on the right-hand side. Ooh, this is like a cozy study, I think. Lots of books. We do have some music. We have some gyroids keeping you company as well. Beautiful. And then is there something happening on the iPad? Just the home screen. All right. I found like an AO3 design recently, an archive of our own custom design, and it made me giggle a lot. So now I always want to spy if there's something specific. This is beautiful. This is like perfect mood lighting, I feel like, for this island. And this is the room to the left-hand side. Oh my god, this is the gold bathroom. Also, I love this gyro thing with the whirlpool and then placing the gyros on the walls so it looks like they're taking a little bath, a little bubble bath, of course. And then here's the sink and toilet, and then we have some towels over here. Lots of flowers. This is very pretty. Yeah, everything just feels very cozy. And now upstairs, ooh, upstairs we have a bit of a nature vibe. Okay, I'm gonna say that this is probably like, this is the bedroom, right? So we have a little bed, a wardrobe, and a little cozy study desk. And then this is like the balcony, or like a, not a patio, what's the word for it? Like a terrace rooftop? I'm gonna say that that is what this is, I think. And there's lots of pillars and the vines hanging from the ceiling, of course. I also love the bench she chose because of like the little birdie sitting there. That is adorable. I really like that idea. And of course, we're looking at the basement too. Okay. Ooh, okay, I have questions. We have like soldiers. We have smoking pots, I think. We have a stage light. I mean, I'm gonna say this is a classic basement, right? We're storing a lot of, like, you know, toys. There's some vinyls being stored. There's some pumpkins, so like some holiday themed stuff. I would love to know what's going on with these two guys, though. That's very interesting. And with that, we can now start exploring. So I've turned the map on in the bottom right corner. Let me know in the comments if that is maybe too distracting. I feel like it might be nice to kind of know where we're going, but it might also be like a tad too distracting. Always feel free to let me know anything. I know that sometimes island chores can be a little bit upsetting if there's like notifications popping up and all that kind of stuff, so feel free to point that out. Okay, and then let's focus on the island. So we're starting off to the right hand side here with a beautiful farm, it seems. We have all types. We have sugarcane, potatoes, carrots, wheat, and tomatoes. And then it looks like right here is the little Thanksgiving, I'm gonna say Thanksgiving inspired setup, with, you know, the eclectic chairs, different food, and just a very cozy time. I also love this like patchwork rug situation, like the different rugs. And we even have some pumpkins growing on the beach right here. It seems like literally Jenny has used every single, well, I don't know if every single tile, but like every space on this island, you know, like including the beaches for the farm. Oh, and then the farm kind of continues over here. We have more pumpkins growing, and like an eclectic farm on the beach too. Just kind of mix and matching the different crops together. And then this little pumpkin like turkey day sort of stall. That's really cute. Again, a functioning gazebo. Love to see it. And it looks like just up ahead we have Able Sisters. Able Sisters has some outfits on offer. And then some cozy chairs, and there's some coffee to enjoy. Coffee, a good book, by the beach, if that's not something you would love. We have Molly out on a stroll today, and then I'm just gonna take a quick peek at the beach because I don't know if we'll have another chance to get here. It looks like the entire rest is kind of landscaped up, but there is like a cozy fishing spot. And then back here we have the lighthouse as well, and another little place for you to sit and relax. Oh, with the falling leaves. You know, that's exactly what you want. And then we will make our way back down, of course. I can also spy a couple of tall grown weeds, which I absolutely love. I love the fall weeds for sure. I personally love the green too, so I always love when it just starts switching over to fall, where the weeds have adjusted, but the coloring is still very green. Okay, and then I need to make a decision on where to go. Actually, you know what? We're going to explore. I feel like we have many ways to get to many different places. So we're going to go explore over to the left-hand side. Ooh. And Nook's Cranny is right here. Okay, Nook's Cranny and Able Sisters kept pretty close. I like that. There is an ABD right here, of course, so you can do your shopping without interruption pretty much. And then lots of different sizes of trees here, along with some fencing, the in-game pathing. And then we do have a villager living here. Oh yeah, this is the part that we saw from the entrance already with the little mushroom farm right there. So just to help us with our orientation, this is the gazebo that we first went through. And then across the bridge is the first house. Very pretty house customization. I like this very dark and moody kind of looking log cabin surrounded by those like red trees. That's very nice. And this is Olive's Plays. My gosh. Okay, Olive has a beautiful house. Look at this artistic window with the red trees, the falling leaves. We have the draperies right there. Also, again, lots of plants, little bottle shelves, her bed. This is a full-on apartment. Another kind of like hot tub whirlpool moment. And then she's got her own little kitchen. It kind of looks like she's serving me the cupcakes right now. I appreciate that. Those brown sugar cupcakes are one of my favorite food items, so I really appreciate it. And some gyroids again. Also love the custom design as the wallpaper. That's very smart. And even though there's like technically no windows on the side because, you know, she used the window codes, that's beautiful. All right, and then because we came from the right-hand side, I'm gonna go here, and then perhaps we're gonna explore to the back first. Okay, whoever this is not home. Okay, Vic must be around exploring the island, but he has a cozy campfire right behind Resident Services. I think Vic is right here. Okay, he didn't wander too far. He probably loves his home. I mean, it makes sense. And then I think this is like just the house nestled there. I at first thought I was going to go up the cliff, but I think that incline is connected to somewhere else. So we are going to now walk. You know what? Let's go back to the entrance, sort of, to the house. Another little cozy fireplace, and then just explore the beach. Oh, cute. Okay, I don't know if the gnome is here for workout videos. I would assume this would be more like a cozy movie time, but you know, workout videos are also great. Oh yeah, see, you can, oh, I spy Jenny up there. You can kind of go everywhere from all places. It does look like I'll be able to get back to the beach though, so I'm gonna leave the left side alone for now, and instead, ooh, these green tulips, like the plucked tulips, that looks really cute. Instead, we're gonna go up the incline here. Again, I love the mixture of fencing here with the hedge and the simple wooden fence. And then here's Jenny. It's a beautiful day. It is a very beautiful day. Few clouds, nice breeze, falling leaves. What more could you ask for? We have another little pumpkin patch over here to the side. And look at those beautiful tree colors, you know, with the orange and the red and the yellow. And then with that like dark green from the cedar trees, it's a very beautiful mixture. And then we have a little neighborhood right here. I can't get to the sign, so I don't know who this is right now. But also very pretty house customization. I think this is, sorry, Jenny. I think this is Dina's house. Like the siding, the green siding, but then with some orange. And then this one is kind of swapped around the other way. Both of them not home right now. Both of them exploring the island. And we have Ozzy and Molly living over here. All right. We did see Molly earlier, so that makes sense. Oh, look at this. What is this called? A rake? I think it's called a rake. So it's like a custom design with the vaulting pole. And then, of course, we've got the pile of leaves. And there's some bags here because they already bagged a bunch of leaves too. And then alongside this pathway, right? There's a pathway through trees that needs to be like cleaned on a regular basis. That is so smart. Ooh. Okay, before I venture down those inclines, I have to get a shot of this. Hold on. This is beautiful. Jennifer did say that there's hot air balloon rides, which I actually feel like, is this it? Are these the hot air balloon rides? Regardless, though, can we take a moment to appreciate this view right here? The campsite with additional kids' tents, and then the little stream in the center, all those flowers. I absolutely love that. I love a good overview. And then in between the trees, oh yeah, see, this is where you can also get to the beach. And Molly has, wow, Molly was on the other side of the island. She's been following us around. I think Molly is checking to make sure that we're not like disrupting the peace on this island. And there's some cozy beach activities over here, some laundry, a little cozy dock. I am so interested to see how like our dock decorating will change now that we have an entire hotel coming. I don't know how that's going to impact the docks. I hope that we can still kind of decorate them, but we'll see. Oh, and then another fishing spot on the peninsula. And then over here, we've got some more cozy hangout spots. I like the hedges here too. I like the hedges, the old boat in the background. Someone was apparently making a little sand castle. Left their bag though. I hope they remember that's there. I won't take it, so it'll stay there for them. This is really cute. And then I will make my way in between the trees again and maybe just quickly explore the campsite. Because it is all accessible, even though you can also just enjoy it from the lookout spot. And then maybe we'll go up here. Love this little landscaping moment here, by the way. The two inclines, and you can already kind of see the other, but there's like a bunch of trees and a little winding path. That's really pretty. Oh, and then we've got a pergola with an arch leading to a bridge. Okay, this also really pretty with those red trees over to the right hand side. This is also really, really pretty. Oh, and then look, there's a little gyroid behind this stall. And I think this is like a plant stall, right? They're selling some plant starts. The music box is probably the little cash register. And then they're like cleaning the leaves of this one. Really cute. And then we've got another incline going up. And there's a merry-go-round. Oh, this is cute. This is probably the like fall festival part that we're now entering. You know, merry-go-round. There's some balloons. Another beautiful bridge moment. Yeah, those wooden bridges alongside fall-themed islands. That's exactly the vibe. Yes. Okay, and then we've got Deirdre over here. A little wishing well with the coins around it. Super cute. And Deirdre just lives by this little hop spot, like, I don't know. It's not really an island, is it? I mean, it's sectioned off by water, but I don't know if that makes it okay to call an island. I don't really know what the criteria would be. But she's got a very cozy space here, too. It looks like she's got a little bit of a bakery moment. Lots of mushrooms growing around her place, a bakery, a cozy spot with a rug to chill out in. Oh, and there's a little cozy spot over here, too, where you can just kind of, you know, grill some marshmallows. Oh, that's cute. Again, beautiful waterscaping, landscaping moment. And we have another little nook that I feel like I would have probably overlooked in terms of decorating, but like this is really cute. As you walk past it, just having like another tiny decorating moment. You can see that a lot of time and effort went into this island. This is the land bridge. Wait, I want to see this from maybe the other side if we can. We're gonna go back there. Ooh, wow. Oh my god, is this Eric's place? Oh my god, Eric has this in front of his house. I wonder how he feels about that. That reminds me of when I put a little hamster cage inside of Flurry's house and people got a little bit mad at me for it. But let's look at Eric's interior. Oh, this is really cozy. This is really, oh, who do I spot there on the photo? It looks like we've got a little bit of a romance going on, question mark. And then we also have those beautiful windows, but then there's the kind of the drapes just in front of it. That looks really pretty. And then the fireplace, the furniture pointed to it. Again, the indirect lighting in these interiors, sorry, blocked our view for a second there, just like hits different. We have a workbench moment here. Looks like Eric likes working with wood, perhaps. There's also these deer heads made out of wood. But yeah, I'm just repeating myself at this moment, but maximum cozy vibes. And then I think we can continue our tour here. Yes, we can. Okay. And then the museum is very smartly hidden behind some castle walls, so it blends in a bit more with the fall colors, which I really like. We have a little carrot farm, and when there's a carrot farm, the bunny isn't far away either, which is perfect, honestly. And we have 2 houses up here too, so like a miniature neighborhood again. And this villager is even home. Ooh, this is Callie. Okay, I like that Callie's house is a little bit lighter because it fits her colors really well. And again, we have that nice sectioned off vibe with the bedroom over here, and then it looks like we've got the kitchen and the dining room, and there's a little door just in the back there to enter out of to maybe like a little garden or like backyard sort of moment. Really cute. I love all these plants, honestly. And then I don't think the other villager over here was home, right? No. Okay, so this house would have been Elvis' place. Okay. Where does... Oh, wait, Fauna doesn't live on this island. Okay, so Eric's in a long distance relationship, question mark. I don't know. I don't want to put any labels on it that aren't the right ones, but that's just my assumption. Okay, another beautiful like pathway and walkway through the trees here. Really making use of those like fall themed trees and colors. Oh, and we have an orchard just coming up ahead. I just want to make sure. Yeah, so this is the incline. We could have gone up just next to Able Sisters. And then we have the orchard. We have, I think, a little bit of pathing just to go to the left hand side, but so we're gonna go to the orchard first, and I do think I did spot like a lookout spot, but first we're gonna explore this here. Right, so we've got some apple trees and then all those party light arches. This item name is kind of my nemesis. I always forget what it's called. Plain party lights arch. I always get it like flipped around, but I think it's like party lights, so it's the plain party lights arch. Well, we have all those in between the trees, some crates with some very good looking apples. And then also over here, it looks like you can, maybe this is like you pluck your own and then you can purchase them. Or maybe this is just the orchard and you can look at it, but you can, you know, purchase your own apples over here for some apple jam. We've also got some branded chairs, of course. I love that. And then a nice backdrop with the medieval building sites. Okay, and then let me just confirm if my thought was correct about the lookout spot. Because I think I just saw something here. Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Wow. This is really pretty. I love the framing, just the entire frame being taken up by the trees, and then we've got those windmills in the back, we've got those medieval building sites, and then you have those like floating leaves and the breeze where all the trees just kind of slightly move. And then of course a picnic to look at the orchard too. Yeah, that's the picnic spot. You know what I mean? That's like the picnic spot. Okay, and then we'll follow. Oh, we got to be careful crossing some train tracks. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. No train was close, so I think we're okay. And then, ooh, it looks like there's a mini land bridge next to kind of the main land bridge. This is cute. Look at this landscaping again. Landscaping and then all those trees. And then just here in like the forest is another villager who's home. So let's go and see. Oh my gosh. Blair's home is cute too. She's also got a couple of things where I'm just like, yeah, that makes sense. Like bougie, you know, the golden like curtain partition, the lamps that she's got here. Very cute. She's got a little bathroom, a kitchen, a bedroom, lots of plants again. Really pretty. It feels very homey with all of these interiors. Like it's just you go inside and you're kind of like, yeah, that's it. That's what you want to get home to at the end of the day. And then it looks like there is another villager here who's home. I can't read the sign. Oh, and they're doing a puzzle. A puzzle of a gnome, I want to say. That's really cute. Ooh, and this is Melba's place. Again with the window and those drapes. I've forgotten the item name. Oh, and here's Ozzy's poster. It's not even a picture, it's a poster. Above the bed too. That is adorable. Also, all the mushroom themed things on the fridge, and then the mushroom food. That's really cute. Also, the custom design as the floor again. Very pretty. Also, a really pretty exterior. Like that dark log cabin with the green, and then that mushroom wreath is chef's kiss in my personal opinion. Oh, and then we have, oh wait, oh here's the hot air balloon rides. Okay, beautiful custom design. I think this is one of the only things I haven't explored yet, except for the land bridge. Oh my god, this is so smart. Okay, so we are very close to the campsite, so I'm gonna say those were the hot air balloons that we were seeing. And then this is where you can actually get on one of those rides yourself. Look, how smart is this? With those chairs, those armchairs, and then the balloons placed behind it. I also absolutely love the storefronts and the like customized little flyers that are on there. That looks really, really beautiful. Oh, this is very cute. And then I think from here you can kind of, wow. Oh, yes. You can look through this tourist telescope and just kind of see all those hot air balloon rides. I could just stand here forever looking at everything sway in the wind. That's adorable. I didn't know what was waiting for me when I was like exploring the campsite over here, right? I got this shot and then I kind of moved on to a different place. But there's like multiple different photo locations for this. Oh my gosh. This must have taken quite a while to build. I'm just imagining the going back and forth, making sure all those hot air balloons and all those balloons are like in good locations, so they're like spaced far apart, getting different like tree colors and stuff. Worth it though, I would say it. That was definitely worth it. Okay, and then I just want to see... Oh yeah, okay, so this is the little pathway that you get to from the entrance. So you can kind of walk back here. And then you can also go down the incline immediately to resident services. Right, so this island is really well connected. There's a lot of little pathways kind of leading you everywhere, which is really nice. And then I want to say... Oh my gosh. Let's go over the land bridge. As I think our like finale of this tour. This is the fall festival. We've got another merry-go-round. There's some cotton candy. There's balloons. There's a Ferris wheel. There's like music that fits. And then we remember we had the merry-go-round just on the other side of this too. Love this. Oh my god, I haven't built a good land bridge moment in a minute, I think. And this is making me want to build one like right now. Especially also, I like this one because it is quite big. How many tiles is this? 2, 4... Is it 6? 2, 4, 6 tiles, I think? That's really cool. Hold on, let me get this shot here. Oh, with the gyroid, that's cute. And then you can actually grow trees on it too. This is really pretty. So just looking at the map now, I do think we have seen everything. And also we've walked past all the buildings. I think we've walked past all the interiors and we've visited all of them that were home, at least, of course. There are a couple more that we didn't get to explore today. So again, the DA and stuff will be on the screen and in the description box. And then thank you so much, Jennifer, for letting me tour this island. This was definitely a great tour to start this with. And I'm very excited to see you on the next island. Now, this next island is called Lionheart and is by Lisa or Moki21 on Instagram. And she said this is a cozy autumn farmcore. Once again, I can already tell the vibes are going to be incredible. We even have a matching flag that says Lionheart. This is inspired by, I think it's called the Brothers Lionheart in English. And then I feel like, oh, we've got the presents right here. Perfect. I'm going to pick those up real quick. And then we're going to take a look at the map, of course. Lisa did say that all the interiors are decorated as well as the beaches. And we do have 3 separate characters. We have Moki, Krümel, and Jonathan or Jonathan. And then as for villagers, we have Boomer, Lucy, Keaton, Ketchup, Quinn, Rod, Penelope, Vladimir, Blair, and Poppy. Blair we also just had on the other island, I think. And this map looks really pretty. There's some really nice landscaping going on. We have a nice little river in the center with quite a few bridges. I can also spot a little paw print like pond situation in the top right. And lots of houses. And it looks like, once again, I just have to basically head down from the resident services and we'll be right at the entrance. Oh, wow. So this time I got some different head coverings and a little bag to add to my outfit. So I just put those on. And then I would say, let's go into the perfect frame for the entrance. And let's appreciate this beautiful entrance. Now, usually I'm not the biggest fan of the like golden hour in Animal Crossing because there was a time, I think early on, where like everyone would use it for whatever island. Ooh. Like for whatever island theme they did. And I kind of grew a little bit tired of it. But for fall islands, I always feel like it is perfect. Okay, we have a few different directions. Once again, we can go from the entrance. Oh, and then I'm assuming the villager pictures means that villagers living here. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so Poppy lives right here. And Poppy seems to have a little flower farm. And I think also like stores, so you can probably purchase these flowers. And some pottery over here with a little sign. And then the picture, of course, indicating that this is his house. That's really cute. We've got some cozy beach decorations. Oh, wow. Wait, this actually goes way further than I thought. I wonder if we can maybe return to this later, or maybe we just start this way around. But I was very impressed by the tractor situation on the other side of the entrance. But we'll return. We have a little music stall. And then I think there's an orchard just up ahead. And some cozy beach decorations. Ooh, and I can see Lisa has been playing with the different colors. So for Nook's Cranny, which is located right here on the beach, we have exactly the colors of Nook's Cranny with orange, yellow, blue. I really love that. A little bit of a slide box core moment, you know, the shopping carts, the ABD. Ooh, and we have, who do we have here? Moki, welcome. Oh my god, cute character design for sure. Little laundry rock, which I love, the little puddles. And then caution, because it's, you know, slippery. Got the laundry drying out in the autumn breeze. And then, oh, we have another character right here. Oh, I'm seeing stuff like I shouldn't be seeing just yet. Be brave, my friend. I think this is probably also one of the characters. So Lisa did say that 2 of the characters are also inspired by the Brothers Lionheart. I'm assuming that Jonathan is one of them. I don't know if Moki is the other one, maybe. Who were the characters again? Or Krümel, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I think I will make my way down to the beach again. We'll explore the rest of the beach once we get there, because I do spy an incline leading up here. Oh, I love this. Able sisters with a little cotton farm. And then we've got some sheep roaming around, a little dog also herding the sheep. I can see that. Some outfits out here. Once again, some boxes, some laundry. Love that. And then over here is the orchards. Oh, and also, it's not just an orchard, but it's also a pumpkin patch. You pick. Oh, so you can pick your own pumpkins like that. And maybe these. And then you can probably pay for them somewhere. Or just enjoy a little picnic over here. Really cute. I love this path coat too. Looks like very soft, mossy looking like fall grass. And then putting that on the side of the rugs is just like a very pretty idea. Also here, just underneath the little seating space, makes it look very cozy. Okay, and then I think I see just a little bit of a viewing platform up ahead. If we walk through the cotton farm here, I think we can kind of walk up there. There we go. Ooh, yes. And we have the view of, I think it's called an apiary, a bee farm. Lots of yellow flowers, also impeccable landscaping over to the left-hand side with the cliffs and the water, the waterfalls and the bridge. That looks very beautiful. And then I think that is Vladimir's place. He does also have the pink door. Ooh, oh my god, and the gyroid for the buzzing bee sound. That is really smart. I love that. And also they're kind of like tending to the flowers, it seems, right? And then this is kind of looking like honey over here. Yeah, so Vladimir has the log cabin with the yellow roof fitting to the area, but then also the pink door. And his picture is out there too. I really like that. And then the farm kind of continues over to the side. We've got Quinn exploring the area. And then we have a cozy cinema with a little poster showing you what's showing at the moment. And then you can just kind of sit down here once again with that soft looking mossy grass, and you can enjoy a little bit of a movie with some popcorn, which you can purchase over here. Ooh, I like this. This is cute. The storefronts, 2 sideways storefronts, and then the shelf. And then what is that? Like a ranch lowboard, I think, with the popcorn. I love that. I also love the curtain partition right behind the screen. I think that's really nice as like a backdrop. And then we've got some good sound system going on. I love this. This is cute. Ooh, and this is a cute custom design too. Lisa also did say that if anyone is interested in any of the codes, they can just message her on Instagram. So I will again leave the handle in the description box below. So if you see anything that you would love to use on your island, there is a chance that you might be able to find this code. Now, this is just beautiful. I want to go into first person again because I really like this view too. Just with those butterflies and the different cliffs, and then you've got the vines that just like change color for fall. This is beautiful. I feel like a lot of times I'll start my island and like I aspire to do landscaping sort of like that, but it's so much harder than it looks. Like I think if you see something like this, it always feels like, oh yeah, I want to do that on my next island, but then it's so much harder. Okay, now before we go up, I think I want to explore here. We have Blair's house right here. It looks like she likes to drive her bike, and she also maybe repairs it, colors it. Oh, and so it's like a doggy daycare. Oh my god, cute. And a bakery too. She is a squirrel of many talents. Oh, and this is immediately connected to the resident services too. This is exactly behind it. And then just here is also an incline which leads you to the orchard and pumpkin patch that we saw before. So we've got this entire section explored. And then I did also see that Blair is actually home, so you know what that means. We're gonna look at it. Oh, cute. Okay, so she owns a little cafe, I think, right? She's got a little dog cafe. Is that what this is? You know, the counter over there, another gyroid playing some music. Also the little heart effect on the dog. Stop, that is so cute. And then coffee all around. This is absolutely adorable. I love that. Oh my god, please tell me this is like a kind of like a cat cafe, but like a puppy cafe. Oh my gosh. That is just super cute. Okay, and then we'll go up here past the little potato farm. Ooh, the sugarcane farm. I love this. I saw this on the map earlier with the little water strips in between, and I kind of thought this might be like a farm of some kind. Love this though. And then we've got the bamboo sprouts over here. We've got a little turnip farm with the pansies. Really cute. And also Lisa actually got some turnips to drop here too. I know that that is not an easy feat either. Again, by the way, beautiful, beautiful landscaping. Amazing. And then I will continue moving. I think, oh yeah, and also Daisy May's picture is right there. I think I will continue moving over here. I don't think there was another option. And then I'll first go to the museum. Oh, which seems to be the rock garden. Not just any rock. Okay, this is cute. Not just any rock garden. This seems to be like a dig site kind of, right? Like there's fossils. There's actually a fossil custom design here. Rossetti is here, so you know it's serious business. And then, of course, you know, the cafe inside the museum, as is advertised out here. I like this little symmetrical moment as the entrance. That's really cute. I love this rock garden, though. It's not like a circle, but it's still, I don't know, I find it very impressive. Ooh. This is, I can't lie, this is one of my favorite things. Pigeons around a snack. This is great. This is absolutely fantastic. If you need a little filler moment, you know, if you have like a patch on your path that looks a little too empty, plop down these brustoids. Although I feel like if you don't use treasure islands or time travel, they're kind of hard to get. But, you know, try to get these and put some snacks by it, some food. It's fantastic. All right, a tiny library, also very cute moment here in the forest. And then I think we're gonna move up here first. Oh, we've got the mailbox and some cardboard boxes. Wait, this I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be understanding what that is, right? Oh, let me know what I'm missing in the comments. And then we have some tree chopping right here in the woods, which is very pretty. And I also do see the pipe just behind it. I just want to explore here first. But this is back to the cinema that we saw. All right. So shall we go and hop in? I don't know where we're going to be exiting out of, but let's see. Ooh. Okay. We are in a graveyard, I think. A temple of some sort. Oh, this is very interesting. And then it does look like I can't get to the other room, so this is going to be like blocked off. And this is just for us to explore this one secret temple ruins room. And then we're going to go and apparently hop over the water. I like this water escaping too. This is the, oh right, this is the paw print. I'm only just realizing this, but this is the paw print right here. And then past the pigeons, past the museum. And then we're going to continue further on this way, past a little duck bath or the yuzu bathtub. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to have to go into picture mode for this again. Yeah. That's some beautiful land and waterscaping. With the ducks there too. The waterfalls, the different like stunted trees, the different flowers. I love this a lot. And then does this lead to like the secret beach maybe? Oh no, not quite. Oh, but there are some star fragments. Oh, so this is kind of Celeste's spot. Her picture is right here. I love how all the NPCs even have their pictures on this island. There's like there's a little space just for like everyone. You can play the little pan flute, again with the soft looking grass. That's a really cute idea to kind of make use of one of those bigger rocks there too. Ooh. Oh my god, and what is this? This is like a little stable build. And you can just like chill on the roof. Play some guitar. There's a character there. Play some guitar, hang some laundry. Oh, this is a really cute idea. I wonder if did I miss something? No, right? This was the only way to go, I think. I'm gonna continue past this, I think. Yes, perfect. See, it kind of winds around. We've got some milk over here. And Krümel says, don't be afraid. Krümel is German and means kind of like crumb, I guess. Like a breadcrumb, sort of. And then this is, oh yeah, Ketchup, of course. Ketchup has a tomato farm. That's cute. I like her house customization too, but she doesn't just have tomatoes, predominantly, but there's also some sugarcane growing here and on top of the cliff. I like the little cliffs that are still kind of decorated and used and incorporated into the entire thing, but they're also just like these small little extra bits. Okay, and I think we're gonna move here first. Yeah, this is the stable. See, we've got some pigs here too. Oh my gosh. Very cozy island. Again, just like the previous one, this is just maximum cozy. Oh, and this connects back to the resident services too. And there is a recycle area back here. My German heart definitely loves to see that. And then I think we might move to the left first. Again, I think many different pathways kind of connect to many different areas. Ooh, we have a small player house. So this is just, I think, the first one from the tent, and also beautiful framing. All those like red and orange trees just around it, some of them having apples, and then, you know, we got the clothesline in the back, the little ladder, those two fire flowers too. Really cute. And also we're gonna take a look inside. Oh, and this is also apple themed, fully apple themed. We've got a kitchen over here with some apple juice, some jam, a pie, and then there's like some cozy furniture for you to relax to. Okay, this is adorable. Also the rain boots and the space warmer. Cute. And now from this place, I think let's go to the left-hand side first. Boomer. Boomer has some space themed stuff. Oh wow. Okay, so wow. Oh wait. We gotta go enter this from a different moment. Hold on. I'm kind of taking everything apart now. This is okay. This is fine. I finally get to talk about the tractor moment that I loved. So this tractor here with the two hay beds and then these little patches of flowers. I love this. I think this is super cute with the little building in the background. Oh, and then a cozy beach too. Kind of like a campsite sort of beach, right? There's some barbecue, there's a campfire. There's also the tanning moment if you just want to sit in the sun. Sun lotion also, can I just say, appreciate that a lot. Very important to wear sun lotion. And then once again, beautiful landscaping, waterscaping. I did just see something towards the bottom there that I don't actually want to go closer to, so I'm gonna leave that be. Instead, I'm gonna actually, maybe I might have to. I'm gonna explore this little picnic here. Very colorful picnic, kind of like a kid's picnic, I think, which is just in front of a UFO sign. There's a big wheat field, which is actually very pretty. It has like a path going through it, so there's like 4 sections of it almost. But there's some suspicious stuff going on here. We have like a UFO. We have more farm going over to the left-hand side, but we have a UFO. Some very normal farm stuff here. Some inclines. There's so much to explore. And then there's some more like unexplainable things, and it looks like Boomer might have something to do with it, / he might be investigating this. So he's got like an antenna. He has this little board here where he's trying to investigate what's happening. He's watching the stars. Interesting. Okay, let me see first where this path here leads. Because you can go over the bridge. which leads you to the recycle area, right? Is this how I came to the area? I don't remember. And then you can also go up here and get another nice little view of those two houses there. Really cute. Or we can also go, I saw like a little incline, or not incline, I saw a ladder over here. So we can also go up to this platform, which seems to be an orchard. Someone was playing the Switch here. Got some orange and pear trees, a carrot farm, a little pond. Oh, this is a neighborhood. There's some bunnies playing and more carrots. And then we do have a few villagers living here. Lucy, Penelope with a little pumpkin patch. Also, the little home mat is cute. And Quinn has a color matching flower farm. Oh, and then this sign is telling me to be careful. Okay, I see. And then let me just see where this leads. Okay, this is back with Ketchup's farm. So we did climb up first, but you could have basically also walked to kind of like the orchard, farm and neighborhood. And it looks like there's a little farmer's market moment here. Kind of like they're selling the vegetables, right? And they got more stored in the back. And then there is also the secret beach here with some suspicious stuff going on. Let's not tamper too much with the evidence. And then also Red gets his own little picture added there too. Again, really nice landscaping moment though. Kind of peeking at that through all the trees. And then I can also go through here to little soccer fields. That's also cute. You can wash up over here and then the soccer field itself. And you can also go down to another house, which is Rod, right? His name is Rod, I think. Yes. He has a little coastal fishing inspired exterior. So there's like, oh no, fried octopus. Oof, okay. And then this time we've got some blue accents. I love all those different like colored sections on this island. That's really cute. And Rod is actually home, so let's see. Ooh, this one is kind of like a pier. Oh, and the life ring was just in use, it seems. It's dripping wet. But we're looking at the pier. We're having a cannon right there. He has a picture of Red in his house. Don't know what that means. Yeah, I'm sure it's a very wholesome friendship. Yeah, he's a little pirate. They're probably like working together or something. This is really cool though. I love those themed little moments. Just giving the villagers different exteriors and interiors based on their coloring or like accessories, kind of like his headband, you know? Okay, Quinn wasn't home. Penelope is home though, so we're gonna actually also look at that. Oh, yes. Penelope, of course, needs a little bit of pink in her home. She also has some butterflies. Yeah, that's just the interior that, yeah, fits her perfectly. Again, with the little sections, which I really like. She has the bed over here with a camera close by. And some outfit changes. Okay. Oh, and she's got Sable's picture up. Oh, cute. That's really cute. And then from here, I don't know if... Oh yeah, Lucy was also home. Okay, one more interior. Ooh, this is very nice too. Okay, so she's got some creepy dolls around, but I feel like that makes sense because she herself sort of looks like that too. But I really like the like light wooden tones and then the white and green. Got a kitchen, like a bed, and then she's got her study kind of looking out at the hills outside. Really cute also. And then let me make sure that I don't miss anything on this island. So I've been to the part on the right-hand side, right? And then I did come up from this ladder from the UFO moment, I remember. And then we're gonna go up this incline, and this is a player house. And it looks like this is, oh, I hope I'm not mispronouncing this again. Is it vineyard? I think it's vineyard. I'm not sure. I've mispronounced this in the past, but we've got some green grapes growing. Maybe I'll just say that. And of course, another house to explore. Oh, and this also fits. You can kind of taste the wine here, I would assume, right? So kitchen and bar, little lounge over here. Oh, and then we do have a blocked off room, which makes me wonder if that was the room that I was in previously. Okay, we can go to the room in the back though. Oh, a sauna. Oh, this is fantastic. I don't know if I've ever seen a sauna in Animal Crossing, but that makes a lot of sense with the steaming. Yeah, everything's steamy. And then you've got the bucket, of course, some wood, and of course some gyroids and joining the sauna. And to the left, it looks like there's some construction going on, right? This room is just being built. There's some concepts out here. There's lots of boxes, colors. Yeah, they're basically still prepping this. I love this. For the upstairs, we have a pottery class. Oh, okay, this is cute too. All those different like pots and plates and vases. Even the bunnies and these like clay items too. I also love the chosen like furniture because it looks a bit like a workshop. Because it's so clunky, right? I feel like that kind of helps it. And of course, like the oven, you know, to bake everything. This is a cool idea. I like this. And downstairs, wow. Downstairs we have like the actual, I think like apartment probably, right? This is kind of like the bathroom. There's a little kids area too. There's a very interesting cave window. And then there's like the cozy space over here, cozy bedroom, and a picture of Quinn. Interesting, interesting. I feel like there's some lore on this island that I'm probably missing. Honestly, I am very here for it though, and all those interiors have been absolutely fantastic so far, so there is not going to be any complaining from me. Okay, we have an incline leading down. Oh, now with the purple grapes, the purple vineyard. And then I think those two ladders leading up we saw previously, but I didn't climb up, but that also connects to those houses. Oh, this is like a multi-tiered vineyard. This is very smart. Love this landscaping also with those two inclines and how like every little nook and cranny here is kind of built. I love that. That is genius. That's actually genius. And then this is also the part of the farm that we saw previously by the UFO. We have some chickens over here, a little chicken coop. Cute. And then I think I see the campsite sign. Yes, so we've got the campsite here. Very cozy with some rugs out front. Oh, and then a little tiki bar. Cute. Oh my god, and the little shower stalls. Oh, and Pascal also gets his moment. Adorable. We also get the bathroom stalls. The shower stalls are adorable. And then this is, I think Keaton is his name, right? Keaton lives by the beach, so let's see that. Yes, exactly. This is exactly what I hoped for. Oh, and he's got pictures of himself and Celia there. That's adorable. He's also got this big window, just looking at the sea, and then very beach themed. I love this. If you live in a home like that, I don't know, I feel like you must be relaxed like all the time. Probably not, but that's what I'm thinking anyways. And then there's also some more room over here to relax on the beach or play some volleyball. There's actually two gyros playing volleyball right now. Some more backup balls and some first aid kit, also very important because, you know, we got the protein powder right there. You better be careful. You don't know what's gonna happen. And then I'm going to go through the trees here. We do have, oh yeah, wait, this tent I think we can also take a look at. Oh, oh, this is cute. A little bit of Blathered inspired. Oh yeah, see, even his picture is there. I was gonna say this is like a Blathers inspired tent. He must hate this though with the insect, but he can study, which is great, you know. And then we've got some toys also. A little helicopter taking off. This is very cute. And then I did also spy another, I think, viewing platform. I don't want to sit down on the, on the cushion though. But here you can kind of look at the chicken coop at the UFO sighting, which also I feel like I'm just now realizing this is the chicken coop, right? So you've got, these are like the eggs kind of, and then this is like a kid's picnic where they can color the eggs. They got the paint buckets and then they got these colored eggs in the basket and stuff. That's what that is, right? I believe so. All right, and once again, I'm gonna take a look at the map real quick here. Now I've seen all the major buildings. I think also I've seen all the characters. I'm now wondering, did I ever go into Jonathan's house? I know that I went into the one that was by the vineyard, but did I go into the one with, that Jonathan lives in? Let me just do, oh yeah, that was this one. Oh yeah, right, that was this small player's house. So I did go inside that one. So I think I have seen everything. Another beautiful fall-themed island. It's also very much in the sunset, like golden hour now. I really enjoyed that though. That was a lot of beautiful interiors too. And I will say I'll see you on the next island. This next island is called Chestnut and it's made by Cat, aka Cat Horizons on Instagram. And this one is another fall island just at the beginning of maple leaf season. And Kat also said the island residents and herself prepared everything for a harvest festival. So I do think we have some farms in our future. And there seems to be an outfit right here. I'll pick up all these little bags and then we'll take a look at the map together. Oh, and there's somewhere here. Oh, we're right by the airport again. Okay, very, very close and symmetrical entrance. Like, not in terms of the decorating, but I think the airport and the resident services are perfectly lined up, which is really, really cute. And I think a lot of people try to look for that sometimes. So here is the map. We also once again have some really nice landscaping going on and some in-game pathing as well. And I feel like I also spot a couple of farms already with this layout. Okay, so we have Kat herself, and then as for villagers, we have Marty, Gaston, Claude, Rudy, Gabby, Apple, Timbra, Anchovy, Sally, and Hazel. All of the interiors are also decorated, and so are the beaches, although the beaches are kind of naturally decorated, I was told. There we go. We just got some fillers and some weeds and some starters like flower crops and stuff. And then I was told it makes sense to tour this island clockwise, but not to miss Hazel's house, which is right over here. We have a beautiful flower farm right here, little vertical stripes with the different flowers. I think this is probably a pretty good snapshot of like the different colors that are expecting us today with this island. Lots of the red and orange tones, of course, but also we do have some darker tones as well with the dark flowers, the cedar trees. I also really like the lighting. I like the time of day a lot. This must be around, I want to say like 6 a.m. You can always see it in your phone. Yeah, 7 a.m. It's just 7 a.m. So it's like very, very early lighting, very soft clouds right here. And there we got Hazel's house built into some storefronts. So we've got a little bit of a shed or like stable kind of vibe going on for it. A little tiny farm in front of her house and a lot of wheat fields. And we once again have the indicator with the pictures. I really like that. Oh, and it looks like there's also some little planks leading here. So that makes me think this is a nice little overview. There we go. Yes, you can definitely see the waterscaping. That is probably what we're drawing the attention to here with those little islands with the trees and then the bridge in the background. Yeah, this is very lovely. Again, with the falling leaves, I feel like that is one of the best things they did for like different seasons, you know, the falling maple leaves and the falling, what is it, the cherry blossom leaves. And then in winter we have the snowflakes. I wish they had something for like spring or summer where you just have like a couple of green leaves falling, even if it maybe doesn't make sense. And then we have a picnic right here by the entrance. This also gives me some like vintage vibes, I think. I really like these different rug patterns here. And it looks like this is right next to a wishing well. We once again have the coin over here. A little bit of the landscaping moment next to resident services too, with the windmills in the back. And then the sign is indicating that there will be Nook's Cranny up here. And we also get a little pinwheel, which reminds me, I didn't change my outfit. Okay, that has to be changed right now. There we go. This is much better. Now I really fit in with the surroundings, which I absolutely love. Oh, and once again, one of my favorite things for Nook's Cranny, we have a box core like storage moment going on. So there's a bunch of different, color matching boxes, of course. We've got the yellow, the orange, the red, and we also have some shopping carts here to the front and some more boxes over here to the side, which I really enjoy. And then it looks like we're gonna follow this tractor, these tracks throughout the, I wanna say cornfield or corn farm, or this could also be a canola farm. So we're following the tractor tracks, and then we have a few different ways to go. Since we're going clockwise, I feel like we're gonna explore the parts to the left first. And we have Apple living here, who I know is Kat's favorite. And Apple got a poppy farm, it seems. I really wanna say I love the staggering of trees here, like kind of the backdrop of the house. I think also the house customization I think works perfectly with that yellow tree in front, and then the red trees kind of giving it like a nice backdrop. I think that works really well. Plus those silos there. We've got a little poppy farm for Apple, and then over here is Gabby's place, which, can I just draw attention to her photo real quick? I think her photo might be one of my absolute favorites in the entire game, because it's just her like sleeping in front of a fireplace. I don't know why it's so different from the others, because none of the others got this special treatment. They have like these more exposed portraits, like they're just in front of like a photo background, it seems. But Gabby has a truly cozy and cute photo right here. Also, I love all these dropped items. There's like pine cones and maple leaves everywhere. We have another little farm here for Gabby, and you can already see, I think Anchovy's house. I see Anchovy's pictures. I'm gonna say that is his house, with a beautiful, beautiful landscaping moment once again. I'm wondering if there's going to be a viewing spot for that, but before I explore further, I do see that Gabby's home. And there we go. Ooh, we have a nice vintage and rustic looking interior. Very food focused, which I love. There's a big kitchen, again with those curtains. I should have really looked up the item name, but those curtains, and then we have this big dining table, and Gabby even has a little door leading out back, so she must have a beautiful backyard. And then of course her cozy bed, and it looks like she's made some macrame, and we have once again some storylines going on, I think, because Gabby has Claude's picture up, which I think is really cute. Two bunnies, you know, that works. That's super cute. I also love those like window codes above the door, and then like the moving clouds. That was a really nice touch. Okay, we will follow up across the bridge right here. And then I think we can go to the right-hand side. It looks like this might be connected to resident services. Oh, yes. Also, I didn't realize the flag before. It says Harvest Fest. That's so cute. And there does seem to be a little stall here where you can purchase some, I'm gonna say homemade delicacies. You know, we've got some bread loaves. We've got, I'm not sure if I was supposed to pick that up, by the way. We've got some salad, a bagel, some bread loaves, some baked goods in general, and then also some pickled veggies and tomato sauce. And it looks like this is a little miniature farmer's market. I like the chimney too. That's a really nice touch as well. And then I see some planks leading here. So yes, I was right about the photo spot. Look at this. This is beautiful. Anchovy's house in the background with this lovely sunken like sunken apiary almost. There's the beekeepers' houses right there with the flowers. Gosh, this is beautiful. This is really beautiful. Again, with those soft clouds and the falling leaves. I feel like a lot of the final aesthetic of an island is truly in like picking a time of day, you know? Like truly the lighting changes so much throughout the day, from like the early morning hours to like pretty harsh lighting in the middle of the day to like evening night. Oh, and this is Anchovy's house, which we've seen from other places before. Really cute, just up against this cliff. And then you go there through this like curved land bridge, but with like even additional cliffs and stuff. And again, on to the right hand side here, that is some really, really nice waterscaping and landscaping. And I can see a little bit of a festival moment up ahead, but I think we'll first go here. Ooh, look at this. Oh yeah, it looks like the museum is the place to be on this island. And then we do have a little winding path just throughout the cliffs, and wow. And once again, we have some beautiful photo spots. Again, a campsite with balloons up ahead. We just had that on the previous island too, but both very different, I feel like. We do have the official campsite. We do have some kids' tents, and there seem to be some cozy, like Moroccan footrests. There's a fireplace, and there is a camper van back there nestled in between the trees, which I love. The little guitar. It looks like we can go there in a second and explore it a bit closer. But also this look is amazing. And then over to the side, just an incredibly cozy looking cinema moment. I love the huge spread out like patchwork blanket there, like the layered blanket look. And then the different pillows. And I also love the hay beds. It makes it look very, very like harvest festival. And also the mountain in the background. Really, really cute landscaping again. Also with the framing of the trees. That is adorable. I'm always very impressed, you know, when people like have these amazing photo spots too, because I'm not the best at planning them. Whenever I have them on my island, they're usually completely by chance or like added in later on or something. And now it looks as though we have entered the festival. We have a merry-go-round, a Ferris wheel, we have some booths, we have some pumpkin carving over here. Gosh, there is a lot to do. The yuzu bathtubs, it looks like you can make your own candy or candy baskets. You can make some flower crowns. This is like, what is the biggest possible pumpkin, right? Like there's the scale here, so they're weighing them. This is like a pumpkin contest. This is so cute, my gosh. Really, really fun build, I feel like. I do not utilize these items enough either, like this arch and then these, I think these are like the clock towers. Really enjoy them as well. Okay, I think we're gonna go quickly explore the campsite that we saw, because you can go closer. So here we've got those balloons, which also look great even up close. Like even just tilted down here, that looks really, really good. I also like the pathing choice on this island because, you know, you have those clear established pathings with like the in-game dirt, but then there's so many different pathings kind of layered on top. I feel like this one here is kind of like fallen leaves, and this is like dirt and bricks. We have lots of dropped items too. We also have these like steps here, like leading up to something. There's some steps to go up. And then we also have other things off to the path. We have like dirt pathing, some more leaves, we have planks that kind of lead you everywhere that you need to go. And then, you know, always having like a little bit of dirt path or like these leaves underneath a set of items just kind of grounds it and makes it like feel a bit more official, I think. Okay, now there is a path for me to go here, obviously. I don't know if I'll be able to come back to Able Sisters though, so I actually want to make sure that I go there first real quick, which is just outside of the festival over here to the right hand side. And it looks like Able Sisters is definitely putting out some of their clothing here. We've got some beautiful fall themed clothing, and then it seems as though they do have their workshops down here too. Lots of sewing machines and sewing kits, also kind of just like sitting around and doing that as like a community project, I think is really cute. We got the little duster there, and then I think this is probably a one-off path because, oh, I see recycling. My German heart is very excited. You see that behind the house there with those garbage bins? That's so cute. But yes, I think I will make my way up, and then I think we can get to that neighborhood from a different angle. I see a bridge that may lead us there in the future. For now, we're gonna go past the Able sisters up on the cliff. Ooh, I like this. Oh, and once again, a beautiful overview right here. Also notice how the lighting has kind of, I feel like, switched a bit to make everything seem even cozier and even warmer. And here we have the main player house. Beautiful windmills and wind turbines in the back to get like a lot of depth and movement into this overview too, which I love, in addition to the falling leaves, might I add. And then we have one more signpost here guiding you back to the museum. We'll go down here though, and there is a full-on barn. Oh my gosh. Look at this. That is so cute. A barn that you can actually walk into. We have, what do we have here? Gazebos and storefronts. Storefronts as the backdrop too, and also the cliff in the background really adds some like depth, I think. And then we have those simple panels with the doors, and we have some horses inside, some horses and hay bales. And then it looks like there is a little harvest picnic just in front of it. And we have an orchard over here too. Ooh, and for sure another viewing platform. I do believe we're going to be able to get back there in a bit. Beautiful orchard though, and we have a tractor pulling all those plucked apples. Crates and crates upon apples, and lots of apple trees framing this entire build. Oh, this is gonna be very cute. We'll go back there in a second. We have another tractor taking care of some wheat over here, and a tiny little farm and some harvested items out front of the house too. And you already know it, we're gonna explore this house as well. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay, this is kind of like a Turkey Day inspired thing again. Huge like table in the center with all those homemade and harvested items. I see pumpkins here. I see turnips. I see different like soups and potatoes in the background, baked goods. Got some cozy music going on, and then like a bit of a wooden cabin vibe with lots and lots of plants as well. And I was told that all the rooms that are accessible are decorated. So here to the side, oh, this is where everything is prepped, I see. Here we've got the kitchen, a cozy oven over here with some wood and I assume some water maybe. We have the kitchen over here with the fridge and the oven itself, and then another little cozy table just to, I guess, yeah, just enjoy like a quick meal, perhaps like a loaf of bread or something. And then the room in the center is kind of where you invite all those friends over to sit together. And then upstairs we have the bedroom. Oh, we have different parts actually. So once again, I think this is almost a bit of a balcony, patio, rooftop situation. Lovely big window and lots of plants. We have a little dog over here. Place for you to put your keys, the bedroom, of course. And then we have a little hamster, and we have a cozy gaming setup as well. This is really cute. This is truly like a lived-in place. And then, you know, putting that little wallpaper with the red trees and then putting some partition walls so you can still keep the wooden cabin vibe over on the other side is really, really smart. And I do think we have the basement to look at. There we go. Oh yes, this is a classic basement. I love these. All that indirect lighting with the different like small lamps turned on. We have lots and lots of boxes here. Lots of boxes stored from either moving day or just for sending out packages. Got some books. We've got a guitar. And then it also seems like a couple of holiday themed things. Some crafting supplies, some toys. I love this. And then also some, you know, some cobwebs and stuff, as you may find in a true basement build. I love how once again you're just completely immersed in this island because everything kind of fits the theme and vibe. By the way, in case you're looking for any of the codes on this island or for any of the inspiration that Kat used, there is a Pinterest board that I can link, which has a bunch more that she actually didn't end up using, but it may help. So I'll put it in the description box, and then we can take a look at that beautiful orchard exactly from the viewing platform that we saw downstairs already. And once again, lots of movement just in the backdrop, which makes this look like so, I don't know, I want to say dynamic. Is that a word that I can use here? I think so. We have those apple trees just framing the entire thing, the tractor in the center, which I love. I think that's such a cool idea. And then also the little barn built over there with the gazebo and the storefronts again. And then we also have another cozy picnic spot. If you're making a fall island, you know, and you have like a small empty area, I think there can never be enough picnic spots on a fall themed island, on any island, let's be honest, but fall themed especially. Like that cozy picnic vibe, there's just nothing like it. And then over here we've got Rudy. Rudy also has a little farm. He's growing some tomatoes and wheat and sugarcane and also some carrots over here. And then he does also have his own little barn or like shed, I think. And then he's also got all his like harvested vegetables over here. Unfortunately, he's not home, but I do see someone home down here. We have Sally living over here. She's got almost like a little cafe, right? She's got a pumpkin themed cafe. Ooh, I like the farm up here. And then we have Claude, who has an apiary too. He's got the bee houses, he's got lots of flowers and some butterflies over here. Oh, this is cute too. I like this with the dirt pathing stripes and then the flowers in between. And then he actually is home too, so let's look at that. Ooh, once again, the cozy cabin vibes with that wooden backdrop wall, and we have a cozy kitchen, a little bit of a living room with an insect that's being quite loud. Ooh, and I love this bed behind the curtain partition. Very private, you know, keeping this like separated from all the others, being like smart. I'm sorry, can I? Thank you. Being smart and separating this with the curtain partition from like the living room and kitchen. Really cute, really cute. Now from here, would it make more sense to explore the center first? No, I think we might briefly go up the incline just before I check that I don't miss anything on the beach. But I think all of that was more naturally decorated. Oh, look, this is nice too. A little neighborhood, but like with two inclines, so it's like a bit separated, but you can still definitely see it as like a neighborhood. With those plain party light arches again. Did I get the item name correctly? I hope I did. And then also I love that for both of these, their farms kind of continue just up on the cliff. So you get a lovely like immersive picture again. Like if you're standing here, this is like Sally's like pumpkin cafe with farm. And then if you're standing over on the other side, it continues the like apiary from down below. And you can kind of see that it almost looks like it just continues it on the same level, because those like flower lines just kind of really flow nicely into each other. That is really pretty. And then we're gonna go back to the pathing and we're gonna follow down here, which leads us to a rock garden. Okay, I did not see that coming. This is really cute. The rocks spawned in a circle and then we have a tree stump right in the center, along with a couple of flowers and dropped items. This is really cute. I think this is pretty much a no tile left behind island, meaning like there's barely any tiles that are open on this island, but I haven't found it to be overwhelming. I feel like lately it can kind of overwhelm me even. Like I've recently toured kind of all of my past islands and I was surprised at some of my older islands because it felt like a bit too busy. But I feel like this island does like a nice job of keeping a really good balance by like having focus items, I think. Like even here, you know, you've got that little pig barn, I think it is, as like the focus point, and then everything else just really nicely frames it. And then having that very clear like color palette really helps it along, because everything else, like all those fillers just kind of nicely blend together and kind of work in creating like a cohesive look without overdoing it, I think. And then we're just coming up to the neighborhood, I think, that we already saw on the map. Well, we have a lot of ducks over here just playing around close to the pond. These are probably mom and dad. And then these are the little kids wandering all the way. I hope no one got lost. I hope they're all finding their way But we have a pond. Can I? Yes, I can feed the ducks too. Love this. There we go. And there we go. And then here is the neighborhood, which I'm also going to climb up to the viewing platform right here. And I'm just going to give you the nice overview frame. There we go. Also really cute house customizations here. Everything feels like really warm and just homey, I think. And then 2 of these villagers are also home. So we are going to take a look at their houses. We have a little carrot farm over here. We have some boxes and a little overgrown backyard. And then we already saw the recycling going on behind the house. So definitely love that. And then we have another little cozy picnic over here. Ooh, and with some very pretty waterscaping back just behind it. Look at this. Imagine having such a beautiful view when you like leave your house and you just have like this to come to. That's really nice. And then let's go explore this house right here. Oh, I see. Gaston is a big fan of trash, I think. He's got a bit of a trashy interior, and I mean this in the best way. It obviously still looks, you know, Animal Crossing wise, very aesthetic. Real life, I might just ask if he's okay, but yeah, this is nice. I like this. I like that you can see hints of this on the outside already. You know, like looking at all these boxes, seeing the garbage bins, you're kind of like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, and then we have a very cozy interior right here. Dark wooden furniture, a little bit of a kitchen again, and we have the bedroom. I like the bear and the plate just behind it, kind of like a headboard decoration. And then also the little table just in front. Really cute. This is really curated, I think. And then Marty, unfortunately, was not home, but I'm assuming that all the interiors that we didn't end up seeing are still absolutely gorgeous. This over here was a dead end, right? Yes, right. The landscaping, waterscaping more like. And then we're just gonna cross this bridge, and I have a feeling, yeah, that we will be returned to resident services. There we go. This was a beautiful island, really easy to navigate, I also want to say. Like a very nice roundabout way with very few dead ends, just kind of small areas to head into, but everything else was really nicely connected. All those little like plank pathways leading you to the viewing platforms, or to like little secret pathways for like a better view. And then just, it feels giant, right? This island truly felt giant just because every little corner feels like it was perfectly used. But I feel like every island today has been like that. So definitely a big kudos and thank you. And once again, I will see you on the next island. We are continuing with the fall-themed island, this time with a cozy autumn town called Boheme. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And this island is by Bianca, aka Cozy Cove Crossing on Instagram. And she did also say that she has an Instagram highlight with the used custom design. So if you see anything, it will be in the description box. Oh yes, we have some gorgeous town pathing. I just want to make sure I don't miss any presents here. And then I also see that the airport is very close. Okay, this is actually quite similar to the previous island, just in terms of how close the airport really is. This time it is not completely lined up. It seems as though it is one tile to the side, I think. And of course, just like with all the other islands, we're going to get started with the villagers. Oh, gorgeous lineup. So we have Bianca, we have Sage, who I think is a librarian on this island. All the villager homes are also decorated, so very excited about that. And then we have Kiki, I love to see her. And then Bo, Deirdre, Chief, Pearl, Coco, Ellie, Hazel again, Eric, and Poppy. Really pretty lineup. I've been wanting to have Kiki on one of my islands and I haven't been able to until this point, but one of these days. And then I spot a lot of bridges, and I think what is a sunken pathway in the back left. I am excited for that for sure. And then we'll go ahead and get started. Of course, I will give you the little frame for the entrance. Really gorgeous town entrance here. Lots of fencing off the resident services there. And then also, of course, fencing off the front here, which I love. Also the layering. We've got the hedges and then the vertical board fence in white, which is really pretty. And then I think maybe we'll go towards the left again. We have a little tiny library and then like a cozy spot just here on the side of the road with a little balloon. And then we have Bianca running around saying, read more books. Oh, also very pretty outfit. Fits perfectly with the town. We're in a little pathway leading over to the beach with a cozy marshmallow roasting fire right here. Really cute. And Bianca did say that the beaches are minimally decorated towards the front of the island. So kind of what we see going on here. The museum is kept as a tent, which I love, here on the beach with a couple of bugs and butterflies. And then right behind it is the campsite. I like this. Up against like the island edge here. Just a cozy setup with the campsite sign, a little table right here, and then of course the museum right next to it. And I like this little pathway here too. Plus all the mums towards the front. I really like this. It kind of is like a nice filler. It's obviously just a bunch of mums planted, but it works as like a really nice filler. And then we have our first villager right here. This looks like Pearl's home. I don't know if it is though. And we have another one right beside, kind of like a small little neighborhood, and both of them are home. So let's take a look. Oh, this is Pearl. Okay, so I think maybe the outside isn't customized. The inside is definitely changed though. Another gorgeous sectioned off interior here. We have the, I think also like a kitchen, right? We've got a kitchen with the sink and then this little bar stool situation. I love this here. This is like when you get home and you put down like your bag and your shoes, and there's the hats and stuff when you're just going outside. We also have a lovely door once again going out to like the garden, and of course this cozy table here. I really like this. This is very cute. And then from here, before we go, actually we can go through the pergola too. But I think we're gonna go into the second house first and then kind of end up exploring the rest. So let's see who this is. Oh, this is Poppy. Ooh, this is also very cute. Again with the kitchen and like a dining room, but this time we have a very cozy looking like living room setup here with the sofa and some books. And then we have yet another door just leading out to the back, which is super cute. I also like the little apple jams for her. Color-wise, that really seems to fit. And now I kind of want to see what that door leads to. Because technically, if the door is in the back of her interior, that would lead to this place here. A beautiful little meadow. And then, oh yeah, see, this is like her patio. Okay, this is cute. You know, the door actually leads to the back and then we've got the patio. And then just walking through a lovely tiny meadow over to Abel's sisters right here. Once again with some clothing items. I just love it. I feel like that's one of the best things. I mean, one of the most like quote unquote obvious things for Abel's sisters, but like one of the best things is to just like settle into that theme of it being like a clothing store. Okay, I just want to make sure that this does connect to the path where I think it connects to. Yes. Okay, so you can kind of circle around this way, which I really like, with the diagonal pathing, which also leads you back to the resident services. And then we do have the player house here, who I think is the librarian. So I think we're going to go inside. There's a lovely little setup there for you to read your books. And I'm expecting many more books inside. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is lovely. Yeah, lots of books around and then a really nice kind of reading nook sort of, right? Kind of like a windowsill setup, you know? And then you can also get some coffee or some snacks over to the side, like a little cafe in a like bookstore, library sort of. That's really cute. And then I think I spotted that the inclines back here actually don't connect to the rest of the island. So we're gonna go here first. Ooh. And it looks as though we have a cafe as kind of a rooftop for resident services. I like that. That's a cute idea. And I also think this is kind of a lookout spot, right? Yeah, you can kind of look at that bridge in the back there with this nice little water escaping. See, like an island. We're definitely going to be walking there in a second, but just imagine sitting here on like this cozy, crisp autumn morning, enjoying your coffee. It's really nice. I like the in-game pathing here too. Just adds a little bit of detail, I think. Okay, and then I think we're gonna go and follow this path here, which is where we previously came from. The little diagonal path coming from Able Sisters. And then we're just gonna go up ahead. I like all those filler areas in between too, you know, with a little bit of the fencing, and then we've got some shrubs and a lot of flowers, kind of making like a very peaceful atmosphere. And then we have another villager who actually is home. I feel like every villager so far has been home, which is very exciting. That's a good quota, but it will probably stop quite soon. The Kiki has a lovely front yard, a couple of pumpkins, a pergola, and then this waterfall just in the back. And then she's got another path kind of leading over here. Oh, see, this is what we saw from the viewing platform. Yes. Okay, let me just get into like a good picture mode right here, because I feel like this little island there deserves it. You know, with those fully grown weeds. This is really nice. Okay, and then let's go and actually explore Kiki's interior. Ooh. Oh, this is so light and airy. I love this. We have a custom design as the wallpaper, and then it what looks like the glow-in-the-dark stickers for some lovely windows back there. Again, a little kitchen area, and we've got a living room and like a dining room. Also the curtain partition in front of the windows. And then here we've got a TV, and once again a little door leading outside to her lovely like front or side yard. Is it a side yard? I think it is. This is really nice. And now let's see. I think we've got Sage here. There we go. Happy Autumn. Also really cute outfit. Really, really pretty and very fitting with like the pathing and all. Look at that. Okay, shall we go up to the left-hand side first, maybe? Yeah, let's go up here. Following the diagonal path, we have Hazel walking around. I'm gonna assume this is her house. I'm not sure, but she is not home for sure. We have just like a cozy front yard here. Some small beach fillers, which I like. And then this cute little garden. Look at this. Some of the in-game pathing, and then these edges, which actually makes it look like a little planted garden. That is really cute. Also, I know that like planting stuff here must have been a pain because the custom designs take up a lot of spots. But I think that's a very good job of like filling the rest of the space up with some of those starter plants here, and then the shovel, the watering can. That is really cute. And we can actually go up here. Ooh. Oh yeah. If I lived like this and I had this like cliff just up behind my house, I would also put a little rocking chair here and just stare at the ocean with my cup of coffee. Like, again, imagine you get up in the morning, you know, you go outside your house, you just walk up a little staircase, and then this is just what you have as like right outside your home. That is the dream. I will just say that is definitely the dream. Then we'll continue through here, a little garden or a little farm here as well. Ooh, and we have another tiny neighborhood. Lovely house customizations too. I really like this one here. This white and wooden one. That gives me very like soft vibes, I think. Quite like this for like a soft and airy cottagecore vibe too. And they seem to be into pottery. We've got one villager here into pottery, and the other one really likes to farm. And generally likes plants, it seems. Who is this? Oh, Eric likes plants. It was Hazel's house down below with the potato garden. And then just on the right-hand side, it's Bo. Of course, Eric and Bo. Really nice. I love when people put them together. Oh, and then here is that sunken pathway I talked about. Yeah, look how gorgeous this is. This was really one of the best things that happened to the Animal Crossing community. I've seen so many lovely renditions of this. I actually never made one myself, But just every single time I've seen like a sunken pathway like this, it's been absolutely gorgeous. And like the amount of brain capacity that you need to use to be able to put everything in place. Also, you know how closely together these two inclines here are. That's actually kind of nice. I like this. Going up and then immediately going down again. Oh yeah, and then we're back here by that little tree island. And we'll make our way up to what seems to be another house. This is my color scheme. This right here, this patio, this is what I would love to have. If I was on an Animal Crossing island, I think this is exactly my color scheme for sure. And then just like maybe a view of the ocean in some way, and I'd be very happy. Which they also seem to have because they just have a giant meadow in their backyard. Are you kidding me? And then they have the ocean right there. Okay, I'm gonna say I prefer this to Hazel's house. If I could choose a plot on this island, I think it would be this one. Who is this? Who is lucky enough to live here? This is Deirdre. Okay, so Deirdre lives here. She's got the patio right in front of her house. I don't know if this is like part of her house or if it just happens to be by her house. She's growing some mushrooms and pumpkins. And then just out towards the back, she's got this lovely meadow. She can lie down right in the center and just enjoy the breeze. That is incredible. I absolutely love that. Okay, and then we'll go through the garden or through her front yard once again back to the pathing. There we go. And then we can still explore down here, but before we do, oh, we have a pumpkin carving station right here. This is also a great staple on like fall islands. Yeah, and the pumpkin carving station, of course, is by a little pumpkin patch, diagonal pumpkin patch, I might add, which I also really like with the little pathing bits in between. And it seems to be connected to Bianca's house, I think, to like the player house, which is connected to the meadow / also slight apiary right here. Yeah, so this is all connected to the player house. Let me just see. Hello, Eric. Let me just see how it's connected to the path as well. Ooh, nice. Oh my god, I'm just getting from like one area to the next because I'm literally just like exploring and getting lost in like the best way. Wow, okay, this is beautiful. I see getting from one spot to the next, I just keep being like, wait, this is the spot. This is the area I want to live in. This is the house that I would pick. It might be this one. It might be this one. This lake view with the windmills, the lighthouse, the wheat fields also in the background. Again, I feel like beautiful time of day. This is probably also around 7. Yep. We got the 7 a.m. lighting right here with the soft clouds. And then you can watch the stars. You can watch the stars from up here. Relax on this little sleeping bed just in between all those beautiful fall trees. And then, of course, we have the player house. We've got some laundry, a little space by the lake to relax. Lovely. And, of course, the meadow in the background. And we're going to take a look inside. There we go. Oh, once again, very pretty and light and airy vibes, I think. Oh my god. And then that kitchen here with the open windows and then the ocean soundscape that's going on. We also got some blocked off rooms here with the curtain partitions and the bookshelf. Very smart. And we got another door leading out to the back, which is kind of also in direction of the ocean, I think. Some cozy books. A living room. I like those paintings too. And then upstairs and downstairs are empty, so we'll go back outside. Very pretty interior. Also perfectly matches the exterior, I want to say. Like this house customization is also that kind of light and airy cottagecore vibe, I think that the inside was too. I really like that. And then we did see the stargazing spot right here. Just want to make sure that there's nothing missing just in front. Well, there is like a bridge, but then I don't know if I can get to that here or if that... I technically could. I could squeeze past it, but I do not think that I'm supposed to. I think this is probably to look at from downstairs and to just kind of maybe have like a an overgrown looking bridge. We'll investigate. We'll find out. We'll go follow the path back here down the diagonal bit. And then we have a little winding road. Oh. Oh, this is cute. Okay, I don't know if this is the official pathway, but there's a little winding road just with like a cluster of trees and then the mailbox. Maybe because this house is like very far off to the back, right? So whoever brings the mail doesn't have to go quite as far. Okay, let me go back to the main road though, back here, and then go through this arch right there, across the bridge, and then we have a little plaza here. Oh, this is nice with the fountain. There's some newspaper. There's some benches to relax. Oh, this is cute too. Look at this view. The little pathway with the party light arches leading to that fountain. This is quite cute. I like this. And then we're just by Nook's Cranny, and I think, yeah, resident services over to the left-hand side. And then this here connects you back to the entrance, I believe. Exactly. So you can also go to the right-hand side. And then if you follow the path up ahead, that will lead you to Nook's Cranny. And there will be another house down below, which we'll go to in just a second. But there is also a little storage shed here. You can park your bike so that you can go shopping, right? Or you can rent it here too, to then explore the island. And then we've got a diagonal bridge here. Oh, and then this is the little abandoned part that we just saw, right? I think this is close to what we explored before. With that cave, got some mushrooms, a little bunny. A few of the rocks have spawned here close by. And then there you go. There's that bridge that you see. Lots of tall grown weeds here too. That is really cute. This is like a very cute and cozy, just like natural moment on this island. Otherwise, of course, very much like an established town, you know, with the brown brick road. But then this is kind of a more natural area with lots of overgrown weeds, lots of trees around, that bridge just up ahead. And then just to explore the rest of the pathing here, that'll lead you to the beach, and with lots of beautiful fillers in between once again. And down here, I think there's going to be another house. And we have a little orchard. Yes. Oh, I love an orchard moment. Little apple orchard, it seems. And then we have another villager house right by the beach. The villagers on this island honestly are very lucky. And there is also a little pier decoration going on. It kind of, you know, there's some slippers. Makes me think someone took them off and just kind of dove right in, which is understandable, of course. And then we can explore this house, so let's do that. Oh, Coco has it good. Coco lives right by the beach. Once again, we've got the ocean and beach soundscape. And then again, a little cozy kitchen, living room, and dining room. And just overall very, very peaceful vibes again. Also really matches like her color scheme, I think. And then we'll go back over to the left-hand side. And perhaps, I think there was like a little bit of path here that I didn't explore just before. Just by this little cave here. Over to the left-hand side, because we do also have another villager house here. Right by the river, with some books to sit down. And some pumpkins. I like this island as well because it has like a really nice balance of items. I know the previous one we looked at was very like no tile left behind, but in my opinion still very easy to navigate and like not overstimulating. But this one has a little bit more open space. Also the villager homes are like a little bit more on the like simpler side, just in terms of the amount of items that are out front, right? A lot of them have like a cozy spot to kind of sit and relax. And then we've got some like fall fillers, like with mushrooms and pumpkins, but it's all kept like very nicely balanced, I think. And then I think we were just missing like this little path here over to this house, who is actually also home. I'm excited. Oh, I like this framing. Like if you just tilt down here, all those trees around it, that looks really nice. a nice balance of different tree heights, but also the different colors. I love this like very dark red, but then in comparison to like the yellow, I think that's really nice. Very close to the beach again. Oh, and we have a decorated beach here with another cozy setup for, I think, for friends to get together, just like eat some pie. I always love this. The kind of log benches with the eclectic chairs and different like patterns on the Zen cushions. I always feel like those work with almost every theme, literally, because you can always customize everything, right? So it really matches. And then we have one more house to look at. Ooh, Chief has a bit of a cleaner aesthetic. He's also got a picture of a city, right? So he's a bit into the modern, like clean look. He's got a TV and then this like kitchen bar stool situation. He's also got some headphones and like that Bluetooth speaker. I see. We've got a nice mixture of like modern and rustic. And once again, he's got this door leading out to kind of the front yard. I always love that. It feels so realistic, I think. I feel like that was a great addition to the game too. And I think with that, let me just make sure. Let me look at the map once more. I do think we've seen all the main buildings. We've seen the museum and the campsite over on the left. We've seen, I think, all of the villager homes. We've seen both of the rep houses for sure. I think that we have probably explored everything on this island. I enjoyed this a lot. This like cozy autumn town. Again, beautiful lighting. I absolutely love the color of trees and the falling leaves. And it feels very peaceful. It feels very like homey and like an actual town, right? That people kind of live in. Again, thank you so much to Bianca. And now we have 2 more islands on the list today. I will see you on the next one. Now we are of course staying true to the fall vibe, this time with an island called Tulip Hill by Dali, or also Quinnipa Crossing on Tumblr. And Dali said that this is basically a peak fall island with all the different shades of red and gold. And the only flower that is used is actually tulips. Once again, I mean, immediately just the colors are great. And I also think we once again have the airport relatively close, so I'll just make my way there and then we can kind of look at the map together. So there we go. We've got Quinnipa living on the bottom right there, and I already spot a bit of a land bridge moment. And I think we also have another sunken pathway in the back by the museum. And then as for villagers, we have my absolute favorite Flurry living on this island. We've got Bones and Ellie, Tabby, Pecan, Roswell, Kat, Tiffany, Gaston again, actually, and also Kevin. Definitely some cuties here. I'm excited to explore. Dali also said that all the villager houses are decorated, so hopefully Flurry is home. You know the drill. And now I will just go and unwrap my presents and then we'll get started. And we got some cute little bits and bobs here to hold, and I can already see a couple of different pathways that we can use. Gorgeous entrance though. I absolutely love this pathing. I feel like it makes it feel very warm and once again kind of like soft. I kind of feel like if you were to walk over this path, it would be like soft against your feet, right? It would be like grass or moss or something, and then like little, what is that, flowers or mushrooms. But look at this entrance with the house. We've got a bridge, we've got an incline. We have Ellie living right here by the entrance. I feel like that makes sense. She is a normal villager as far as I know, so she'd be very friendly to everyone, you know, like greeting you. And then we have lots of different pathings too. We've got some bricks here, we've got some dirt, some flowers. I do just want to make sure that I don't miss anything on the beaches, but it looks like we have once again some naturally decorated beaches, which I love. And then a few different pathways. We have the resident services sign leading over to the bridge. We have an incline here, and it also looked as though from this gorgeous doorstep, by the way, we also have a pathway kind of leading over here. Oh, and look at this little mum. Oh, that's so cute, the little mum cushion surrounded by some flowers. And I think that you can also kind of use this as a little viewing platform for the pond. This is cute. I'm definitely going to enjoy just like all the flowers on here being tulips. That makes it feel very like very themed and unified already, which I really like. I feel like you can always kind of tell when things were, or like flowers, for example, were like intentionally placed, right? Like it was intentional that they're all tulips. I feel like it always feels like a bit more special that way. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna maybe get started like over here. I'm hoping that there will be some way to kind of circle around the entire island. If we kind of move to the right-hand side, we've got resident services here with a nice overview and that gorgeous Zen bridge just up in front. I really like the flag too. That looks really pretty. Oh, speaking of, I feel like, is that the same thing here on this bench? I do love that. Some bugs along the pathing. Very intricate, like, landscaping. Ooh, wow. We've got a library built over here. Wow, okay, let me take this apart. We've got some covered counters here in the front with some simple panels and then these like bookshelves. And then just behind it, I think we've got the medieval building sites. And then up on that second cliff, we've got some storefronts. That's a really cool building. And Quantify is running around here to tiptoe through the tulips. Perfect. That is, yeah, the perfect saying, honestly. I was going to say that I think you can even like hop over here. I don't know if we'd be able to get back here. So you know what? Let me just quickly explore because it looks like every little nook and cranny for this one too. Oh yeah, there is a pathway here. Is like used, you know, for like a little bench or a little chair in a tiny library. We've got a gorgeous campsite here. We've seen a couple of different campsites today with like an overview sort of situation, but not one like this just yet. This is like a multi-tiered campsite build. There's different kids tents on the different levels. We've got different like mushrooms, and then we've got lots of tulips, of course, some mushrooms. I do spot a gyroid up on the highest cliff. This is a really, really nice landscaping moment. I feel like this must have taken a little bit of patience. You know what? I'm gonna hope that we can return to that in like a second, and for now we're gonna continue exploring down here because I definitely was not done. We've got a little cafe, music. Maybe is this, oh, hold on. Is this kind of belonging to the library? Because someone is doing like their homework and reading a bunch of books. So I'm thinking this kind of belongs together. So you can kind of sit down here. There's some cookies, you can make some music, but you can also just kind of, you know, read some books and learn some stuff, I think. And then we do have Tiffany here living by the beach. She's got some towels just out in front of her house. I mean, living by the beach like this, like you have to use this, right? Just kind of lie down here, sit down by the beach. And then once again with the gorgeous like doorstep, those tiles. I don't know if I've really seen that being done before a lot, but this looks really pretty. I'm also quite impressed because, you know, whenever you use custom designs around a house, you always get this like weird grassy border. But I think that Dolly did a beautiful job of like hiding that and making it feel kind of effortless and like borderless, I think almost. Oh, and then see also this here, beautiful landscaping. Like this waterscaping here is honestly brilliant. And you can kind of like hop over and there's once again like a spot for you to sit and just relax, which I love. And then we're going to continue over here with a garden center. Oh, I like this. Look at this center build here, like the main plants that you can purchase. But then there's also a bunch of other plants lined up on the side. We've got some starter plants, and then we've also got some like utensils and things you might need in your garden shop. And you can kind of see the color scheme of this island perfectly when you look at this. Because I feel like it's like a mixture of the red, orange, and yellow, right, that we've seen on all these fall islands. But then there's a lot of green involved with this one too, which I really like. Makes it feel like a bit fresh, I feel like. Also, this little bag with the tulips is perfect for here. I love all these benches with like the flat custom design too. And then before we go on to what I think is going to be the land bridge, let's explore down towards the side here. We've got Tiffany running around. She's never straying far from the beach, it seems, even if she's not by her house. And then we've got a pumpkin patch here. I love this. I love the little like randomly shaped patches with the in-game dirt, right? And then just planting them all with like different growth stages. That is awesome. And we have the player house right here. I once again see another great doorstep, this time with, I think, a bit of a patchwork, like rug situation. And then with that like very bright red. That looks beautiful. Again, another little bag with the tulips. And also we do have some cozy spot to sit right in front of her house as well. And with that, you already know it, we're gonna explore the inside as well. Now, Dali did say that only the main room is decorated in this house, but oh my gosh, okay. This is really pretty. It's so colorful, but it still really fits the outside vibes, even if there's like some colors involved here that you might not find outside. It looks like we have a laundry area here. There's also some villager pictures, so I wonder if these are maybe some past residents or some favorites. We do have a kitchen and then a fireplace by the bed, and I love this cozy little living room with that retro TV and that little figurine just above. This is really, really cute. It felt very like wholesome and almost like a kidcore way, if that makes sense. Like kidcore just always like looks so peaceful and wholesome. Oh, there we go. Here we've got the land bridge. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is probably inspired by QB Crossing, with like the land bridge leading up to the shopping district. But can we take a moment to appreciate this? This is so pretty. 2 inclines leading up, and then I think like 5 tiles, right? So the 2 inclines and then an additional one. 5 tiles wide land bridge with the symmetrical kind of street lamps, and then we have the shops just on both sides with a beautiful plaza build in the center. Let's go explore that one. And then the stripy design to kind of bring some custom designs in. Yeah, see, we've got a big fountain, the clocks and benches. And then Nook's Cranny has a boxcore situation right out front, which I always love. And also, what do we have here? Magazine and newspaper. Oh my god, this is like a little truck or like bus situation. That is very smart. That's the curtain partitions in the back. And then I think we've got some stalls. And then these like cutout standees. And then to the front here, is that the ice cream or like frozen treats item? That is so smart. I actually love this. Okay, and then I think, yeah, this is leading us back to kind of the campsite lookout that we had previously. That's what I thought. So there's actually a small land bridge connecting these 2 areas. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the areas on this island are very like interconnected, which is awesome. And then just in case I don't get back here, I wanted to see, because this looks like a lookout for a big farm area and a little neighborhood with, who's that? Bones and I think Roswell, right? There we go. And then I kind of spotted some stuff on the map, but I don't think I can get there, so. Somehow the campsite must be like accessible though, so I think that you can probably like climb down somewhere. Is it maybe here? Because you can somewhat... Oh yeah, there we go. So technically, I think you can kind of use this to get over, which I'm totally messing up. Yeah, but there's like a little section to the left-hand side of the campsite that I need to figure out at some point how I can get there. But I'll do that towards the end if I haven't found my way just yet. Okay, and then before I get lost over to the left-hand side, but I've pretty much explored all the bits, I think. We're also, of course, going to look at Abel Sisters over here with the storefront, which kind of looks like an extension of the house. That's very smart. And then lots of beautiful tulips, of course. And then I think we can make our way past the plaza over here. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I see some more beautiful landscaping moments to look at. There we go. This is a sunken pathway, but it's a much more like open sunken pathway, I think. Yeah, see, we've got those 2 like inclines leading down and then up, and there's like a little curvy path through the water, and all the surrounding bits are like lifted upwards, but it feels very open, I think. I love that little cliff with the tree there. Oh, and then you get another landscaping overview over here and what looks to be a nice little picnic with some peach pie and some cheese. Who doesn't love that? But again, I just honestly want to applaud you all. The landscaping today that we've seen has been absolutely incredible. I've been very like just tired of landscaping lately, so I feel like recently none of my islands have been very great in terms of that, but I'm always very impressed and I always love to see it on other people's islands, so there we go. And then I'll make my way back through the trees and then we'll use the pathway because I don't think you can go towards the left here, right? No, I think we might be able to return there later. So we'll go here and up to the museum, which has also been kind of included in the color scheme with the storefronts, kind of hiding those like red drapes on both sides, I think. And then we'll go over here to the left-hand side. Ooh, with that cave up there, kind of like Rocky Mountain situation. Ooh, and also the wind. Look at the windmill color match to the bricks here. That is amazing. And then this like waterfall, very dramatic waterfall with the bridge. I absolutely love that. And then I think we move down here. Is that correct? I don't know if I'm moving around the way that I'm supposed to, but we're going to try our best to explore everything at least. Another amazing pathway through the trees and what looks to be an orchard actually. Coming to think of it, there's a bunch of fruit trees here, so I think this is a bit of an orchard leading up to the gazebo and the secret beach. And then we have a tulip field. Oh my gosh. This is very essential. If your island is called Tulip Hill, you know, then having an area somewhat like this, I mean, it just makes sense, right? Like, that's just logic, I think. But this is so pretty. And then we've got some benches here, so I'm going to sit down in the background. Also, that butterfly is a paid actor right now. Yeah, very much so. This is absolutely fantastic. Love it. Always love like big like flower farms or also like big lakes. Just any like big and impressive overview. And look at that. Flurry actually is home. Right. She heard me say that and she made sure to be home. She's got a little secluded island over here, right? And a little gnome friend. And let's take a look. Oh, this is adorable. Okay. Very cozy. Very, very cozy. We've got some dark wood, some red. She's got her little study desk. She's got a kitchen. We're playing with a few effects here too. I can see the hearts. I can see some butterflies and also the little speech bubbles for the book. And then she's also got like a dresser and her bed. This is super, super cute. I feel like I sort of got distracted though, because I was initially going to go towards the right-hand side first, because I got here through the trees, right? So I wanted to make sure to kind of walk sideways and explore the area that we saw from up above before. So this is Bones' place. Bones has a little wheat farm with some sheep just outside his house. And then there's a bunch of different crops growing over here. We've got the sugar cane, we've got tomatoes, carrots, potatoes, and another cozy picnic. I'm just gonna repeat it, right? I think, you know, having a picnic on your island, if it's like fall themed, is kind of like a must. It is honestly kind of like a must. And then Roswell gets the very dramatic view of the bridge, which honestly I'm kind of envious of. And let's check out the inside of his house. Ooh, once again, the mixture of the different colors. We've got a little bit more yellow here compared to Flurry's house as well. And then we've got a little study, which I just saw. That is a brilliant choice. Right here using, what is that, the medium wooden partition right there. And then the bookshelf as like the backdrop. And then putting those, like, once again, those little curtain thingies makes this honestly look like a book wall. To anyone out there who loves books, I think this is a fantastic idea. That makes it seem very seamless with those curtain things. We've got a kitchen and a little pantry, which is super cute. And then, of course, the bed just towards the front here. Bit of an antique vibe with the lamp and then the, what is that, the fossils? Yeah, the fossils on the wall, the poster. Love it. Also love the wallpaper in the back for sure. Interiors honestly don't get enough credit. I feel like a lot of times when people tour islands just for themselves, like they'll skip interiors, but they're so worth it. Like they're so worth exploring because they're honestly incredible. Okay, wait, I've got a couple of different pathways to take. I just want to make sure to see everything. Ooh, this is like another sunken pathway almost. Look at this. A little curved path just behind resident services, which leads you through the cliffs to the tulip field. And then I think that we can definitely get to that picnic some other time. And now just to quickly make sure, because I think that we probably won't be able to return to this. There is another picnic here, hidden behind resident services. And then, is that something I can get to from the tulip field lookout? Oh, see, it is. Okay, because I was worried I was going to miss this, but there is like another kind of picnic spot just behind the tulip lookout, which actually kind of almost looks like a touristy place with like the dishes that you can kind of return here. Okay, but so I'm glad that I found that spot because I did see it on the map, so I wanted to make sure. And then I think we're going to continue our path just up the incline here to Pecan's place. Oh, she's got a very cozy spot too. We've got some laundry, a little well in her backyard, and then she's carving some pumpkins, right? So I think they're all getting ready for like a fall festival too, or just like fall decorations. So we've got some pumpkin carving. And then she's walking around right here. There's a little bit more laundry, and we've got another apiary over here. Also with some more plants just behind. I like this little intricate pathway too. Oh, wow. Okay, and then... Wow, we have another orchard, right? This is kind of a more industrial looking orchard though. This is really cool. And then Kevin lives here on the peninsula, which I really like. Again, the storefront, kind of an extension of the house. And then the scooter here. This is gorgeous. But this is kind of like some more spaced out trees, a bit more industrial looking with like the metal bits and the trucks. And then let's not forget the entire cider setup over here. We've got the tank. We've got those cogwheels. This is actually such a cool idea though. And there is also a house. I was just wondering if there was a space for me to climb up and get a better view. But this is cool. This is a really good idea. I love that custom design too, the cider one. Okay, and then I think we can probably move here. Okay, there is a little ladder over here, but before, of course, we do need to make sure to explore Kevin's house as well. And Kevin has a very cozy home. Once more, some darker wooden tones. And we've got some more really cute sections. The apartments, honestly. Like, look at this. An entire bathroom sectioned off with the curtain partition. And then we've got the kitchen here with the brick flooring. That's like a carpet, I think it is. And then we've got the study, or like just a desk. You know, oh, what is Kevin working on? Interesting. Some statistics, it seems. And then the bedroom as well. I love this. It makes the interiors feel very special to have them like sectioned off into kind of like apartment style, you know? And then we're going to use this ladder here and climb up. And we've kat living right here. And she's got a little park, I think. She's got a duck just in front of her house, and then she seems to actually have a dog. Kat has a dog, which is great. Love that. Okay, and then let me just see what the future path will be. But I feel like here, right? This is probably correct. But then I do want to see how I get up to the house at the very top. I could technically climb up here. Ooh, which gives me kind of a nice view maybe of the cider. Oh, it does. Right, there we go. This is really nice. I don't know if I'm supposed to be up here, But, you know, it was possible, and so I basically just did it. But then there must be like a way for us to get to Tabby's house, because she is also home, so I want to make sure I stop by her house too. For now, let's explore this one. Oh, much more modern looking than the others. She does seem to have some of the cider from the orchard. And then I absolutely love this combination here. The black shelf within that custom design with the deep red. That's really nice. And then she's got some modern, like, she's into music for sure. And she's got some very modern looking furniture, a kitchen, a like living room, and then she's got kind of her laundry room back there. Once again, that apartment feeling. That is so cool. That makes these interiors feel really like, I don't know, really unique somehow. I'm gonna trust that we're gonna be able to get back to Tabby, and for now we're gonna hop along this, ooh, actually very cute moment too with these double waterfalls again. And we're going to move to this spot right here, another cozy picnic, which I love. And then you get this sunken little area just in front of those two houses. Yeah, again, I can just applaud, honestly, the patience and motivation for making these like breathtaking landscaping overviews it's no easy feat, at least, and I don't think it is. Maybe it comes more easily to some people, but I always find these to be quite intense. Also, can I just, this moment, the trees here towards the bottom, I just want to appreciate that because that looks like perfectly balanced sizes and colors and everything. And then I think I have found the way that we can get to Tabby's house. So this leads us to the picnic that kind of oversees the tulip field. I kind of love that you get back to this from like different areas, right? You kind of always catch like glimpses of it. And then this is how you can hop over to Tabby. And she's got a bunch of little statues and stuff. She's got a gnome, a duck, a little chicken, a gyroid. And then we're also, of course, going to explore her house as well. And you already know it. We've got another little apartment type interior. She seems to really like, I think that's the comic book wallpaper, right? And then she's watching some YouTube videos over here in her little study. She also seems to like music a lot. So she's got her record player and records right here to the front. And then there's like a living room, big living room actually, and the kitchen. She also has some ramen here and like a rice cooker, so she must love manga. So that's like the entire vibe here. I love this. She seems so uncomfortable. Not in this interior, but just generally, Tabby seems like a very uncomfortable character. But yeah, I don't want this to haunt you, so let's go back outside. All right, and then we're going to climb back down, of course. And then I think we've seen everything towards the right. So now it is time to explore towards the front here. Let me just see. I think, do we have to go through the trees? No, I think down the incline. So down the incline, we're just going to move across the beach here. And then just around to, oh, this brings us back to the pond that we saw early on. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, and then wait, there's another villager here that I missed the first time around, I think. Right, this is to the left of resident services. Yeah, because we went kind of this way, right? We explored like across the bridge towards the entrance, and then we looked at Ellie's house, and then I kind of like ran around here somehow, and I saw the pond. Wait, I feel like I've been in different places. Oh yeah, no, I saw the mum cushion. And then I saw the pond, but I never actually went to Gaston's house. So I'm glad I caught that. Unfortunately, he's not home, so we can't go inside. I do like this though here, nestled against the cliffs and then with the trees in the background. All right. And then I, of course, will be taking a quick look at the map right here, just to make sure that I didn't miss anything. But I do think I've seen all the main buildings. I've seen the shopping district, the museum, the campsite, And then I do think I've seen all of these houses too. You know, we went to the farm, we went to the back left, we just explored the entrance once again. Yeah, I think that we've seen everything on this island. So I'm going to say thank you so much for letting us tour. And then I will actually go ahead and see you on our very last island for today. And so last but not least, we're going to take a look at Inkwell. This is an island by Kaylee. Also, Kaylee Games on YouTube, so make sure you check out her channel. And this is a fall European university town. I am very interested in this one. Now, Kaylee also did say, wow, that she made some of the custom designs herself. So you'll find some of them in the portal. And for the others, there is a Pinterest board that I'm going to put in the description box down below. Okay, this is gonna be highly impressive, I can already tell. We've got these two entrances to like the resident services plaza. I kind of love this like blocked off kind of vibe for the tour as well. And there are a bunch of presents right here. I can see some wrap gifts, which I'm gonna assume are the is the outfit. And then I see a couple of paper bags too, which I'm gonna say is for me to hold, question mark. Oh, I'm so excited about this one. Okay, wow, the map also very different to what we've previously seen. I'm just gonna quickly run to the entrance. There we go. And then you know what? I'm gonna put on my outfit and then we'll get started. Now, if that isn't the perfect little outfit, this is absolutely adorable. There was also an entire second option with the dress, but I kind of chose this and I see a character. Okay, before they run away, I'm gonna say hello real quick. Kaylee, did you study for the quiz? There's a quiz? There's a quiz? I didn't know there was gonna be a quiz. Well, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Very cute character design as well. And then, of course, first things first, let's take a look at the map. We have two different players on this island. We've got Kaylee and Colin. Both of those are decorated as well as all the villager homes as well. The beaches are blocked off, I was told, and I do see a couple of main structures kind of being sequestered away on the beaches, which is very relatable. So we won't be finding those, which makes me excited for how the rest of the island is used. And then as for the villager lineup, we've got Chief, Buzz, Mac, Olive, Ozzy, Butch, Anchovy, Pecan, Pearl, and Zell. Now, I just want to say that, first of all, I feel like they fit the color vibe, but I could honestly see all of these with like a kind of university aesthetic and like vibe, right? Like some of these, like Olive, I feel like she'd be like a really good student. And then some others, I kind of just see like partying all the time. Like that makes a lot of sense to me. And then, of course, we're going to appreciate this entrance. Can I just say, this is a beautiful color scheme. This is somehow even like warmer toned than some of the other fall islands we've seen today, which is wild to me because like they're all during fall, right? But then I feel like the dark break here and all those browns, this is kind of a mixture maybe between like a towncore like fall vibe, but also like a dark academia, I think it is. Okay, how do I best go around? I mean, I feel like it's gonna be quite easy to explore because of all the pathings here. Gosh, this is beautiful. The kind of the street lamps with those signs there, that's probably the kind of logo of the school itself. And then this makes me think this is gonna be like a sorority maybe. I don't really know it. That might just be like an American thing though. As if I have any idea about that. I'm actually German, so I don't know anything about like American universities. I'm just gonna assume. And then we have, okay, we've got a plaza right here with the benches. Already a very big fan of all the symmetry going on, right? With the Turkey Day garden stands and the round topiaries there. And then we've got some ducks chilling close to the water, of course. And then you can get your daily coffee fix here. I feel like this is going to be a very beloved place. And then we already have some like campus vibes here, right? With the tables and chairs. Everyone just kind of sitting together, studying, panicking about the apparently upcoming quiz that I didn't know about. Oh my god. And then we've got easy loans. Stop. There is a bank. Okay, maybe this was the wrong island to choose for like the last island to tour because I feel like I'll be gasping a lot in this one. But there is a bank that you can get easy loans from. right? So that you can study, because why is education so expensive? Anyways, you can also park your bikes all around. There's a lot of ducks around, which I love. And then there is a bookstore here, a bookstore and some newspapers and magazines. All the knowledge that you could possibly have. And we've got more coffee. See, that's what I was thinking. These must be like very beloved places. Oh, also definitely appreciate the wheelchair representation here. And then this is kind of like a bigger cafe, or like a cafeteria, I think, more like, right? You can get your coffee fix. You can get some cupcakes, some cakes, some sandwiches maybe back there. And then once again, all around, like all the books, all the papers, all the study materials, everyone's panicking. As long as you're like panicking together, I feel like that's really fine. Oh, club join. Okay, so here you can sign up for the different clubs, right? There's gardening, there's kind of like fossils and like research, and then over here we've got like fishing. And then is this like fishing and buck catching maybe because of the prizes perhaps? That's what I'm thinking. That is so smart. I love this. This reminds me kind of my film studio island, in the sense that like all the different areas are just so perfectly like themed out and they like match, right? And so then you're just building these tiny sections that just are so fun with like the overall theme in mind, with like the club join or the bank. I really, really enjoy that. Okay, also another plaza moment. We've got some very impressive statues over here. Oh, yeah. University campus would definitely do this. Like a very over-the-top line pathway with these like wedding fences and then just a bunch of statues. And there's some music right here on campus too, with those garlands in the background. Okay, before I go to the left-hand side, I think I want to go up these inclines first. Again, all these different street lamps with the kind of logo of the school or like the university. This is such a fun theme. This is honestly fantastic. Now I kind of want to see a green version of this too. But yeah, Kaylee always does incredible islands, by the way. In case you haven't seen her YouTube just yet, I definitely recommend checking it out. And we have the lab over here. Now the villager is home, which has me excited to see the interior. But we also already got the lab going on outside with the study tables and different, you know, potions and I was never that good at chemistry, so I'm not gonna pretend I know what's going on here. But you know. And there we go. Perfect. Zell. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so here's the lab, right? Everything's very clean looking, of course. Very, very important to clean everything and be as cautious as possible. The periodic table of elements is right there. Tons of books. The medicine cabinet, different potions and bottles. Oh, this is fantastic. I love this. I want to make more islands like this myself, kind of with like some type of logo, right? Like being able to tie the logo back in with like everything. It was on the pin board inside the house too. And then just doing these tiny little sections that just make sense. Yeah, I don't know. I think you can tell I'm loving this. Oh my gosh. Also this like medieval building site slash castle build. And oh, these are the two player houses. We've got the nurse department over here. And then what is this over here? Is that computer sciences? Computer sciences department? I hope it is. I mean, I think the interior will maybe reveal it, but let's start with the one on the left here. Okay, so first of all, right, the entrance hall. Wow, they're fancy. They've got an entire golden chandelier. Do you see this? Yeah, so you can sign up, right? You can sign up here, be like, this is what's going on. Please help me. And then, gosh, that backdrop is so beautiful. Again, with the symmetry. And then you can kind of sit around and wait. And there's a couple of different rooms, so let's see. All right, over here, it looks like there is a library. This is very spot on, you know, different computers lining up against the wall, and then these big study tables, coffee, never far away. Coffee is always there with you. And then this is the head office. I think. Oh, yes. That big, important looking desk, right? With the backdrop, books. Just so you come in, you're kind of like, oh, yeah, there's someone important working here. That makes sense. And then there we go. Upstairs is like the main. Oh my, wait. Is this these are just models, right? These are just dummies. I got scared for a second because there's like it looks like there's someone lying there. But this is fine, right? This is fine. Are these like I don't know. Is this kind of where the x-rays are made or is this kind of security? I'm thinking maybe that's like where the x-rays are made. Yep. Nurse's department for sure. This is something you don't build every day, right? I mean, you do in the DLC like once. That's why like they even included all the medical equipment, but this is really cool. And downstairs, there we go. This is where you can learn about all this stuff. A good old classroom with the big board up front. You got the different models again, the skeleton, and then, you know, all the muscles and organs and stuff. And then just towards the back is kind of like the teacher's area. Oh, look, it's me in class right now. By myself, unfortunately. This is amazing, honestly. And you already know it. We're also, of course, going to explore this house right here as well. Oh, I see what's going on here. We've got the same setup as over on the left-hand side. This time a few more of the rooms are blocked off. So maybe this is from the additional character. Yeah, this is Colin's house. So a few more rooms are blocked off, which is very fair. But then same setup, sort of, you know, with the sign-up station here, but very different color scheme. Very monochromatic, but with green. I actually kind of love this color scheme. That looks really cool. And then computer sciences class. There we go. We've got the servers now all around the room. Color scheme matching with the black chairs. And then tons of different graphs and very important looking computer sciences stuff that I absolutely understand. And the downstairs. Yeah. Yep. That makes sense. Honestly, that makes sense. I actually really like it with the kind of the pedal board situation in the center too. I better not interfere with that because I feel like I'm gonna mess some stuff up. So let's not. That was awesome though. I love when, you know, islands are themed this way because like every interior and every tiny section just feels like a complete surprise. You never really know what you're gonna get. Everything is gonna be super unique. I love how this is kind of like accessible too, by the way. Kind of a patio. And this is the arts. And then I'm gonna assume that Kaylee made all these signs herself, like the arts, the computer sciences, the nurses department, and the lab, maybe also the logo, coming to think of it. She might have made these two. I might check. If I remember to, I might check later on. But here we've got the arts, right? We've got some, let's see, what do we have? We've got some pottery, right? Some clay, and then some painting, of course, some statues. And let's see what else. Oh my God. Okay, wait, Olive. See, I said she was going to be the good student. She is a teacher. Of course she's a teacher. And she's like the kind, good-hearted art teacher. That also works. I love this. Ooh, the nice like window right over here with the counter space and all the art materials. And then of course she's got this like eclectic wallpaper, tons of, you know, color splashes. And then of course all the different pictures and paintings. I love how like, you know, mismatched they look, but like in the best way because it looks like it's different projects from like her students. This is fantastic. Yeah, this is really cool. And I'm excited to see what else there is. This is honestly, I wish like every single villager was home on this island because it would be really worth it. Get back to class. Okay, Colin. It's kind of funny because I'm working on a Bridgerton themed island right now with my friend, and we also have a Colin on our island, but he is very different, I feel like. Okay. Ooh, Wait, what do we have here? Is this like a wedding? Is this like a wedding or like church in general? Is that a thing that European universities have? Is like a church wedding sort of situation? This is so pretty though. Again, I'm such a big fan of the symmetry. I don't know, it always feels very impressive. I love looking at like symmetrical builds. Okay, and then we're gonna go up this staircase here. Ooh, I can spot a villager who's not gonna be home, but that's all right. That's all right. First of all, we're gonna go back here with actually kind of a land bridge. Okay, this is, you know, this is a bit more than a land bridge because it is really, really, really wide. But it still kind of has that feeling, right? With the castle walls and gates on the side. We've got some recycling going on, which I really appreciate, by the way. More newspapers. Also, always different means of transportation, right? We've got the skateboard, we've got some bikes, and then always these little table clusters. And you can even go back here, which connects you... Oh my god, see, oh my god, I said it. I literally said, I love how you can actually go outside. And then I didn't even see that you could literally go outside. And you could kind of connect all the way over to the other side of the island, basically. Which I think, yeah, these are the dorms. These are the dorms right here, and none of them are home. They're probably out partying, to be honest. Okay, but Chief seems to be into the arts. He's got some paintings outside, you know, some spray cans. And then Butch actually seems to be into plants. Kind of like nursery, right? Plant nursery stuff. So cute. I love how that gives us like a glimpse into what they enjoy, you know? And then once again, such an impressive town also with all these castle walls. I wonder if this was built on the Nintendo Switch and it was very laggy towards the end, because I would assume it was. And then once again, the campus sort of feelings, you know, with the big tables and another wheelchair as well. Love to see that. And then here is the basketball court. Very important, right? You've got tons of students. They need to be active as well, so they can just like, they have a way to kind of get rid of their frustration with all the quizzes that no one told me about. Oh, and then see, this is like the castle gate, so it looks like you could actually kind of walk there. You technically can't, but still like the impression. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. Very structured island generally, right? We've all seen the map for sure. It's very structured. It's very town-like. There's very straight like roads and everything. But still, I feel like Kaylee managed to do some really nice like overviews, which is awesome. Okay, and then we're gonna go along this little pathway. And then we've got the library here. Ooh, again, I love how this feels like a building. You can walk under these and then, you know, again, sign-in sheet kind of, and then you can kind of take out books and you can also sit back here and read them. This is amazing. This is really, really cool. We've got Anchovy right here and a massive break bridge, which looks awesome. There's actually some bridges down below, so I think we're gonna be able to get like a nice view of these bridges from like a different area. For now though, let's explore the dorms over here, because we've got more dorms. And finally, Ozzy is home, who also seems to really like plants. There's a bunch of different plants out front, so let's see. Oh my gosh, this is cute. I love how the general theme for it is still really like fall themed, like fall and town, like very warm colors. But then there's a ton of green for this one, of course. There's the ivy wallpaper, and then he's got his entire study section over here where he's kind of looking at plants, right? He's got different books to read up on everything. Oh, adorable. And then I don't think... Who was it over here? Oh, this is Anchovy's place. Okay, so Anchovy isn't home. He seems to like... Okay, I'm gonna say maybe like engineering. He's got a bunch of... He's got some like crafting tools, and then he's got this airplane and some physics stuff. Question mark. Mathematics, physics. So maybe like engineering, but maybe I'm also over interpreting that. Oh yeah, and then from these dorms you can kind of walk past the church, the chapel, and also down back to the little, yeah, the music area that we saw, and then the statue walkway. Okay, and then I think it was also connected over here to the land bridge. Awesome. See, that's what I mean. It's like a very, very well organized island, I think. We also have a little yard sale just in front of Anchovy's house. Yeah, some record player, you know, old records, an old clock. And then we've got Pearl living right here. Oh, Pearl and Pecan. Yeah, they're in a sorority. You can't tell me that's not what this is. They're the sorority girls on this island, right? They've got the logo everywhere. They've got these like very party-like spots to kind of celebrate it. They're not home, unfortunately. I feel like these would be really cool too. And then shall we first maybe go... Yeah, let's first go over here, I think, down this incline, because we won't be able to return to this. Ah, there's some merch, of course. Whenever you've got a university, there's usually like a sports team of some kind, and then there's gonna be a ton of merch as well. So there we go. And then we've got the bar over here. Nice. Nice. With the bottle shelves, the jukebox. You can play some pool, some darts. And we've got the connected tanks over here with what I can only assume would be the tanks for, like, I don't know, beer, perhaps, question mark? And I really like how Kaylee blocked off the beaches too. You always have like a nice bit of distance from them, and then everything's kind of filled just in a way that it really distracts from the beach. Like you don't ever, at least I don't find myself really looking at it, which is really nice. That is really nice. And then we've got, oh, this is the male sorority. Okay, can I just say... Can I just say I love... Okay, both of these are also home, so we can look at them. Can I just say I love how, you know, the girl sorority... I'm just going to run back there real quick so we can kind of appreciate it freshly. The girl sorority is very... It's very, like, clean. Right, there's a couple of leaves around. But, like, apart from that, you know, you've got this, like, cozy section in the center with, like the party lights arch, and then you've got some flowers to the front here. There's some books around, there's flowers planted to the side, and then it just got this like fancy kind of setup, right? So that's what the girl sorority looks like. Fast forward to the boy sorority, located just in front of the bar, I might add, and it is a complete dump. There is trash bags everywhere. There's empty bottles. There's spilled snacks on the ground. There's so many empty bottles. There's so much trash. This is great. Kaylee, I appreciate you for this. I'm gonna say that. I really appreciate you for that. And then honestly, these two also were the villagers I was thinking of when I said earlier that some students would only party. Yep, that's them for sure. So this is, I think his name is Buzz, right? Yeah, and also for him, the focus is definitely not studying. Now, I would love to see the girl sorority houses in comparison, but the outside continues in here. He does seem to be like into sports, because there were a bunch of like different sports references outside too, and also inside. But you know, the messy stuff just continues. I mean, trash underneath the TV, messy sink, messy sofa, empty bottles. I have no questions. It all just adds up, I think, right? It all adds up. And then let's also see the other interior. Yeah, same thing here. Lots of messiness. Very little studying. There is a couple of books. There is like a desk, right? So it's just like a pretend studying. Like it's there, but is it being used? Question mark. No one really knows. Yeah, also seems to be into sports. There's some skateboards, and like a football and some sports shoes. Yeah. Oh, and then we have a picture of Maddie up above the bed. Interesting. We all need more storylines for our villagers. Honestly, they always make things so much better. And then here we've got the bridge situation that I talked about earlier. I think it's going to be really pretty from that one in the back also, but just the canal here, The canal with the little half islands with the trees. That's really pretty. I love this. You know, like how the landscaping kind of comes in and then there's like an extra tree planted. And then let's go and get a picture from here as well, because here you can really get the waterfall in there, right? There we go. Oh, this is amazing. This is really awesome. And then yeah, so the merch shop on the left, and then we've got another book library spot over here to the right hand side. And we already got the sororities being advertised down here. So you already know what you're getting into if you walk up there. You know what? I'm actually going to revisit this island very briefly after this. And if one of these two happens to be home, I'll insert the interior right here. So Pearl was actually home. And what did I tell you? Isn't this the most cozy looking interior? I mean, you know, there's like instruments, there's a ton of books. So definitely lots of studying going on here. And that beautiful like bed centerpiece sort of symmetry build. Yeah, I love this. This is definitely very different to the boys' sorority homes. And then we're going to continue down the staircase. I don't think we have much left, unfortunately. But let's see. So down the canal, we do have like a music class, I think, right? There's like some musical instruments and there's some notes on the board and everything. And then I can basically see the airport already. Wow. I think that honestly, I've seen everything too. I feel like there was a really good like pathway all around the island. We've seen the sorority girls. We've seen like the two player houses. Awesome call on like excluding the main structures like Nook's Cranny and Able Sisters. Like you can definitely make them work and fit them in, but not having them on this island was actually really, really smart, I think. This was fantastic. I have no words. I absolutely love this. I mean, the storytelling with like the different villagers and their like majors and the logo everywhere. It's just, I love it. Okay, I want to quickly check the custom designs portal. Yeah, there we go. So these are all the ones that Kaylee made. So we've got all the different signs for the different, you know, departments and everything. The logo itself with the version for the lamps, which is fantastic. And then we've also got the sorority letters right here. And then what seems to be like a stall design and a window as well. And there's of course merch. You can get a little flag, you can get a little hat and like a shirt. And what is this? Oh yeah, this is a t-shirt and the other is like the sweater. This is perfect. Perfect custom designs. But then if we take a quick peek at the map once again, we've seen it all. We've seen it all. This was honestly fantastic. Thank you so much, Kaylee, also for sharing your island with us. And then I will see you back on my island. So these are all the fall islands I have for you today. Thank you so much for letting me tour your islands today. And thank you everyone else for sending in your islands as well. Please let me know in the comments what you think of this format. I am excited to explore some more islands and maybe make this like a staple piece on the channel so we can get a little bit of extra inspiration for the new update also coming in January. And then I will say generally, thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it was a cozy and hopefully inspirational time. And then I hope to see you in one of my future videos. Bye everyone.